What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. It is the second semi-final. England versus Denmark in Wembley, in England. And we're getting there. We're getting there. The tournament's nearly over. It's been a very good tournament. It's been a I think there's been upsets without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, there have been upsets. There's been surprises, which I won't necessarily upsets, but surprises. The fact that England are in the semi-final surprises a lot of people. The fact that Denmark are here in the semi-final probably surprises most, especially considering what happened at the start of the tournament with Christian Eriksen losing that first game, then losing the second game to be in a semi-final. Great achievement for Denmark. And obviously, the main story is always going to be England, because obviously we live over here. England being the bigger nation in terms of history, in terms of achievements. I say that, okay, yeah, one World Cup versus one Euros. But we can't forget Denmark. We can't forget Denmark in all of this. Let's get into the teams. The teams are out, and England have made just the one change. So Mason Mount, of course, keeps his place. There was never any real doubt that he was going to be starting today. If Jack Grealish was going to play, it would have been in place of probably Jadon Sancho. Realistically, you're not going to drop Raheem Sterling. He's not going to, when I say he, Gareth Southgate is not going to do away with the double pivot of Rice and Phillips that has got him this far. So that was the only real discussion. Who's going to play on that right hand side? Whether that be Jadon Sancho, whether that be Bukayo Saka, or whether that be, Grealish coming in and maybe Sterling moving over the right. But why would you move? It's a question. It's a valid statement. But why would you move? I would say your best player of the tournament so far. Definitely your best attacking player as far as Sterling goes. So the lineup is Jordan Pickford in goal, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw, of course, but Shawberto Carlos on the left-hand side, left back. In the middle, Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. Sterling on the left, Mount in the 10, and Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side, with, of course, Harry Kane up front. Harry Kane, who I guess you have to say he's in the fight for the Golden Boot. 3 goals. At the moment, it's on 5. Ronaldo's got 5. Schick has 5, but I think Ronaldo leads on assists. Harry Kane would need 2 goals and assists to at least tie for the Golden Boot, or potentially get 3 goals and win it outright. He's the only one really left with a chance. Of course, someone could do a mad thing. Someone scores a hat trick. You're in with a shout. I mean, to be fair, I say he's the only one in with a shout. Raheem Sterling's also on 3 goals. He got 2 in the group stage and 1 against Germany. So one might argue that he has as much of a chance as anyone else, considering how well he has played in the tournament so far. Make sure you hit the like button. I'll come to your comments in a second. And Denmark have, they've lined up in a very similar way as they usually do in their 3-4-3. And they've gone with Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Of course, son of Peter Schmeichel, who won the Euros back in 1992. And that was even a bigger surprise, if we're going to be completely honest, than how far this Denmark side have got this year. That Denmark side in 1992 didn't even qualify for the tournament. I believe it was Yugoslavia who weren't allowed in the tournament because of maybe some political, I think it was a war or something going on at the time. And Denmark were then called up and they went all the way and won it. So that would be a massive achievement. Is that a bigger achievement? When you actually deep it, is it a bigger achievement than Greece in 2004? Now, don't get me wrong, that Denmark team had great players and all players that went on to be great at all, but they didn't actually qualify. They weren't good enough to qualify, yet they won the tournament. Whereas Greece were actually good enough to qualify, and then they went on and won the tournament. Which one is actually the bigger upset? Might drop a poll on that one, actually. I'm going to drop a poll in a sec. You know what? Let me go do that now. Let me drop that poll for you lot. And you lot can get voting. I mean, it's probably going to be a bit of, I guess, recency bias in the sense that that was in 1992. I was. I mean, it's probably going to be a bit of. I was 1 years old, with just turning one, when, depending when they actually fell, but I guess I was 1 years old when that tournament happened in 1992. So I can't remember it. I ain't got a clue. So for me, I'm thinking Greece, but what was the feeling at the time when Denmark got into the tournament, obviously, because they didn't actually qualify, and then to go all the way and win it? It must have been that must be right up there with upsets. It's not like it was a Brazil or Italy or even in England to an extent who failed to, Netherlands who failed to qualify at different times of in history. Not Brazil, by the way, they always qualify, but Netherlands have missed out on major tournaments. England have missed out on major tournaments. Italy, of course, as well. And if they were put in and went on to win it, that wouldn't be as big a shock as someone like a Greece winning it. But maybe Denmark were that unfancy at the time. What was the bigger Euro shock or upset, should I say? Greece, 2004. Actually, I'll put that 1 second. And Denmark, 1992. What was the bigger Euro upset? All right. Make sure you vote on that poll when it comes up, and hit the like button while you are here. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, we'll go for that Denmark team in a second. We'll go for that Denmark team. So yeah, Kasper Schmeichel, as I said, his in goal, the son of Peter Schmeichel. Then we've got Christiansen of Chelsea, Simon Kjær of AC Milan, and Jan, should I say, Vestergaard at centre back of Southampton. It's funny because Southampton put out a tweet today, was it? I think it was today, like saying, "Come on, England." No, sorry, "Come on, Vestergaard, do your best," or something like that. And it brings the whole club versus country debate again. What would you rather see? I mean, if Vestergaard is successful, it doesn't necessarily make Southampton successful, but it brought to my mind the club versus country debate. What would you rather see? Your club win the Champions League, or your country win the Euros or the World Cup? And I'll ask you in the chat, let me know what your country is, i.e. which country you support, and what club you support, and what would you rather. So you say, like for me, I would say I would rather, let me type it. I would rather Jamaica win the Gold Cup than Man United win the Champions League. And you don't just do like that. So it'd be interesting to see, because I guess depending on, and as Anf says, depending on who you support will probably sway your answer. For me, Man United has won it all. I've literally seen us win everything. Oh, actually, to be fair, the only thing I didn't see us win was the Super Cup, which I think we won before I was born, or maybe I was 1 year old. But I've seen us win every single major trophy: Premier League, FA Cup, Carling Cup, Champions League, Europa League, World Club Cup, Intercontinental Cup, which is what it was before the World Club Cup. I've seen us win everything. So for me, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, if Man United win another Europa Champions League, I'll be ecstatic. But Jamaica's never won, as far as in my lifetime anyway, won anything major internationally, whether it be Gold Cup. I mean, if it's World Cup, it's not even a debate. It's not even a debate for me. But Southampton's tweeting, "Go on Vestergaard," and I'm thinking, But you're Southampton in England. Shouldn't you be supporting England? Unless the admin ain't English. You never know. But yeah, that's the back three. Then you got Larson, Højbjerg, Delaney, and Mela, sorry. Mela, I think is how you pronounce it. At left wing back, he's had a great tournament. Brathwaite, Dolberg, and Damsgaard up front, which means, of course, Poulsen will be on the bench. Zanka on the bench. Lossell, goalkeeper on the like Joachim Andersen. This is a decent team. Decent team. And as I said, it's not one that you can just take lightly and think, oh yeah, England's in the final. And to be fair, I don't think most, maybe other than Rio Ferdinand, I don't think most English fans are saying that. I don't think most English fans are saying, we are in the final. I think they believe England should, and England are favourites. And I agree, England are the favourites. But whether they get there or not, it's who deserves it on the day, who steps up on the day. And the way Denmark's been playing this tournament, you cannot rule them out. But equally, the way England's been playing, there's a reason why you back them as favourites. Let me go through some of these comments. 1 second. Right, let's see. Actually, I might pull up. I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter and see what people say. All right. And F says, early prediction is going to be 3-1 England. We're going to concede due to a calamitous error by the T-Rex and go, but still get a comfy win. Bring on the Italians. I respect your prediction because you were bang on yesterday. Penalties, you called it from early. I'll get to my prediction later, but I respect that. Sammy says, Harry is in a hurry. I mean, golden boot. It's there. It's a possibility. If he gets 2 goals today, or even if he gets 1 goal today, and maybe an assist, are you banking on him not scoring in a final? I guess what goes against him is the fact that he's never scored in the final. Moada says, I understand why Saka is in the lineup, but FML, this looks way too negative. Yeah, let's break down the team. Because I slightly agree with you. But as Sammy says, by now, we should just let Gareth cook. For me, the way I see it, Southgate, you have earned the right to pick the team that you think is right. Because so far, World Cup, you got to a semi-final. Nations League, you got to a semi-final. Euros, you're now in a semi-final. Of course, England want you to go a step further than that. You can't just keep getting to semis and semis and semis. But so for me, I'm like, you deserve what I call the benefit of the doubt in picking your team, because whatever you've done so far has obviously worked. However, we can debate, we can discuss about whether we think it's right or not. It doesn't mean one will come out and say, oh, Southgate's wrong. The proof will be in the pudding. And if they get the win, then that's the only thing that matters. I agree it's a bit more negative. I understood why I understand that he made the changes against Czech Republic and he had to, and Saka played well. Respect to him. I understand why he played against Germany, because their wing-backs were their main threat, pretty much. Everything comes down the wide. He changed to a back 5 and had his wing-backs do a job on Kimmich and Gosens, and neither of them were effective at all in that last 16 match. So 100% understood why he played Saka on the back of his Czech Republic game, because he played very, very well. Then obviously he picked up a knock and he brought in Sancho against Ukraine. And for me, I would have made a change anyway, regardless of whether he picked up a knock or not. I was saying Grealish, he decided to go with Sancho, but basically get somebody a bit more attacking in those 3 behind the striker, because Ukraine's not going to be attacking in the way that Germany do. You want to put them on the back foot. You're going to have the majority of the ball. So you want to put them on the back foot and have the type of players who can beat players in a 1v1 duel dribble past players, and basically keep England attacking for as long as possible. And of course, it proved successful. Sancho had a good game. England won 4-0. You'd probably say the best result of the tournament without a shadow of a doubt. Best performance, you can, between that and the Germany one anyway, when you consider the level of opposition. The Denmark one's tricky. They're in a semi-final, so you have to respect it. But you wouldn't say they're better than Germany. If Germany played Denmark, most people would say Germany are the favourites. So you wouldn't put them on the same place as Germany. And equally as good a World Cup as, not World Cup, Euros as Mailer and is it last? Wait, this one says Jens Steiger. Is that who's playing that right wing back? Jens Larsen. That same person. Jens Steiger, Jens Larsen. Okay, yeah. Are they as good as Kimmich and Goossens? Now, you might argue that as in terms of a tournament, Mailer's been better than Goossens. I understand that. As individual footballers, are they better? I don't know. I don't know. Definitely not Kimmich. Definitely not Kimmich. Kimmich is the best wing back out of the four. And that's not even his main position. Mailer has been good this tournament. So obviously Southgate is wary about that. He's got Walker there with the pace, and he's got Saka, who's obviously going to do more defensive work than a Grealish or a Sancho. I get it. But whilst they're not a Ukraine, and they're obviously better than Ukraine, shouldn't England be looking to go on the front foot a bit more? Shouldn't they say, all right, we've got a back four, and we've got the two defensive midfielders. We trust that those six plus the goalkeeper should be enough to keep Denmark out. Even though Denmark has scored goals, generally against the weaker opposition. They scored 4 against Russia and Wales. And then England's 4 up front, the 3 behind the striker, your job is to go and get the goals. I understand it's a 50-50 situation, or maybe not 50-50. Obviously in Southgate's mind, he's clear what he wants to do. I would have gone with someone more attacking personally. That's me. But that's me, Neeks, with a YouTube channel who does accounting as a day job. I'm not a football manager. I'm not in a Euro semi-final. I didn't get to a Nations League semi-final or a World Cup semi-final. Me personally, I wouldn't have started Saka. But again, the proof would be in the pudding. And as good as Saka was against Czech Republic, and as I said, as good as he was against Germany, he wasn't great. He was definitely blowing by the end. By the way, he came off. I think it came off after about an hour, and they brought on Grealish, or maybe a bit later than that, and changed the game, a new impetus. So I understand the Grealish. Sorry, I understand the Grealish sub aspect, but I felt that I would have maybe gone with Sancho or Grealish in that position. But it is what it is. Shane says, if England get to the final, do you think Southgate will play 5 at the back against Italy? What I would say, Shane, very dangerous to be talking about a final just minutes before a semi-final. I'll answer your question because you sent it, and you're a good contributor of the channel. But I think you need to focus on the game at hand. That's what I say. If we can get to the final, will Southgate play a back 5 against Italy? It's feasible. It's very feasible. I think when you look at this Denmark game and the fact that he's going with Saka over Sancho or Grealish, his mind, and I think Nemanja Vidic did an interview on it earlier today, his mindset is very much defense first. So I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he went with a back 5 against Italy. I would not. Which means that Saka will, it depends, where will Saka play? Saka might play in the front 3. Even that would be maybe a bit too defensive, but you have to respect Italy. You have to respect what Italy have done. So yeah, I think both oppositions. Obviously, Denmark play with their 3-4-3, and I think England could go over 3-4-3 if they get to the final. And F says, yeah, Liverpool won it all. Country. Shane says both. What would you, both? I'm not sure what the both is in response to. Ask a Spurs fan for West Ham fan. Ask United Liverpool fans. we don't have a true perspective. Oh, you're you're Irish, aren't you, Shane? I believe so. Anyway, we don't have a true perspective on the question. No, you're right. You're right. We don't, because we've won it all. So it's like, and we've gone what, 8 years without winning the league, 13 years without winning a Champions League, and I want one. I really do. But if you could give me a goal, Jamaica's playing the Gold Cup starting on Sunday. If you could give me that, I don't even care. I'll go another 8 years. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I might go another 8 years without winning the league. To be fair, I might not have a choice the way things have gone. But you never know this summer. You never know. Let me just put this poll out on Twitter. Club versus country. Let's see. Club versus country. Some of these comments don't go through all the time. And F said, on the 3-1, Denmark are not dickheads. They got Champions League upper and Europa League Donnies. Isn't they're a good team? They are a good team, without a shadow of a doubt. Would you rather your country win a major international tournament or your club win a league or Champions League? Major international, okay. I'll tell them to comment below because the poll don't really give people the comment below with your nation and club. State. Right. Predictions. Let me not know your predictions. And F said 3-1 to England. Toxic Punk says Trinidad winning the Gold Cup. I'll take it. Jamaica or Trinidad, I'll take it. Trinidad got through on penalties yesterday. On penalties against French Guyana. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be a very, very long shot. If we finish, if we were to win the Gold Cup, Trinidad would do well to win a game, let alone get out of the group before they're thinking about winning the Gold Cup. But I'll take it. I put out a tweet saying, we're ready, Jamaica, Trinidad. What's the family mood going to be like if the two teams meet in the final? The epitome of a win-win situation. But you know, when it comes to it's weird. I say it's weird. Call me a glory hunter, but I can do it because they're both my nations. In football, I support Jamaica more, and in cricket, I support Trinidad more. Jamaica's got a very, very good cricket team and great cricket players. But I think, Trinidad for me, Brian Lara, greatest of all time. And maybe I guess because it's hard to say why, to be honest. I guess my dad was very much into cricket, and he's from Trinidad. My mum's side is from Jamaica, so maybe that's why. But also, it's the hope of success. So obviously, Jamaica got to the World Cup in 1998. I was 7 years old, and Jamaica generally have had a better football team, getting close. I think twice we got to the finals of the Gold Cup, close to winning it. Trinidad, of course, we got to the World Cup in 2006, but we haven't really got close to winning any honors. So I guess more of my hope is in the Jamaica football team. In that way. We're literally half a second from kickoff. It was tough watching the final set. Jump on the Yannick has told me to jump on the watch-alongs with. I'll have a word with Yannicka. Kick off. We are ready to go. We are ready to go. And already a foul on Raheem Sterling. Make sure you hit the like button. Sorry, Sammy says 3-1. Sammy says 3-1. Is Shoberto the best left back in the world? Listen, I want to say yes, innit? He's the best left back in the league. Big up and F at work. Where do you work? Where do you live? Because you're always working at this time. What time is it where you are, or you just work the nights, or what? You're always missing these games. It's Shoberto. He's the best left back in the league. And I'm saying it. Big up Andy Robertson. Big up Kieran Tierney. You're done well. I get it. You had your time. But last season, Shoberto was the best in the league. In the Euros, he's the best in the tournament. At what point do we accept that right now he's the best? Now, of course, you want him to have back-to-back good years. And I guess this has been his best year. Sterling bursting through. Actually, Sterling played a ball into, I think it was Mount, and kind of got turned. Ooh, Shaw's gone right in, but the ref has, no, he's blown up. I thought he got the ball on Striger. I thought he won the ball, but he did go right through it. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, he clipped him. Yeah, this is his best season, the Man United show, without a shadow of a doubt. But he has had good seasons. 20, was it 20? Was it 18-19 where he won the Man United Player of the Year? I think it was 18-19 he won Man United Player of the Year. It wasn't a great season for us. I could be wrong. Let me just double check. Because 89, of course, was the mixture of Mourinho and no, not 18-19. No, it could have been 89. It was a mixture of Solskjaer and Mourinho season. Let me see. Man United Players Play of the Year 18-19, and the Players Play of the Year 2020-21. He got in the Team of the Year 2013-14. That was when he was at Southampton, and then Team of the Year, Premier League Team of the Year last year as well, last season. And he also won the Sir Matt Busby Award, which is that's voted by the fans. So the fans Player of the Year 2018-19. So yeah, this isn't his first good season at Man United, but it's definitely his best season at Man United. Now, is he better than Robertson, etc.? At the moment, he is, but Robertson has been very good at Liverpool for 2.5 years, winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. That's the levels Luke Shaw needs to, I'm not going to say aspire to, because he's playing in a way that that could very easily do that if he's in the right team. But right now, I think he's the best. Curry versus jerk chicken. I don't actually eat meat. Well, I'm a pescatarian, so I eat seafood. So keep the jerk chicken. Give me my prawn curry, give me my veg curry, my fish curry. I'll take that all day long with roti. Actually, I went to, there's a roti shop. It's about a 25-minute walk from me, maybe half hour, but I walked it there and back. Got myself some roti with fish curry filling and something called pylori. It's like a flour ball with tamarind sauce. So Trini shop there. So I'm get into that. I'm hoping that we don't go to extra time today. Get this over and done within 90 minutes. Let me yam that and go to my bed. Because yesterday they done me over. I thought the match was over. They done me over. I thought, yes, early night. I don't say as early as it can be. Yeah, early night. England, Harry Kane, cross. Oh, ahead of Raheem Sterling at the back post. That's what Kane can do. Kane is a great goal scorer. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's a great goal scorer. But he's a great passer. The man was top for goals and assists in the Premier League. And it weren't by luck. You saw the way he was spraying the ball around. Sending in people like Son and Mora and Bergwijn, even though some of them were bad last season. Like he's more than a goal scorer. There's earlier message from, was it Sammy, saying Braithwaite. What did he say about Braithwaite actually? What did he say? Braithwaite's pace could be a problem. Yeah, Braithwaite is quick. I don't really watch La Liga that much, and I haven't really watched La Liga consistently since Ronaldo left. I'm not gonna lie. La Liga, the quality of La Liga in terms of, I get it, technical ability, they're all good, but the quality of La Liga as a product isn't what it was when I knew it before Messi and Ronaldo. But if we're working backwards, Messi and Ronaldo, the peak times when Ronaldo joined 2009 on the back of Barcelona in the Champions League. They then won the league under Jose in 2012. That was like that little period, that 2 or 3 year period, was like peak rivalry. They were going back and forth with numbers, goals and assists, goals in the El Clásicos. It was fiery. Sterling down the left, crosses it, no, headed clear by, I think that was Christensen before Saka gets there. Oh, Shaw drills it to the edge of the box, poor touch from Saka, and it's cleared, but it comes out to Declan Rice, and they recycle possession. Yeah, that rivalry, Messi and Ronaldo, Barca, Real Madrid was peak, and then you had Barca winning league titles. Atletico came in there, won their one. In that same time, Barca won what? They won 2009, 2011, and 2015 Champions League. Real Madrid won La Decima, then went on to win 3 in a row. Like that was peak La Liga. I say peak La Liga, probably, especially when Xavi and Iniesta were there. You have to give them that. But before that was very good as well. The likes of Ronaldinho, Higuain, obviously Benzema. Obviously Ozil was there as well. Ronaldo was there. I'm trying to think. Even before that, Davies, Kluivert, obviously Puyol, Yaya. There's been some ball over the top to Saka. Can he reach it? He doesn't keep it in. Yeah, and I think it's just gradually got slightly worse and worse. Neymar then leaves the league. Obviously, Suarez is getting older. The money in La Liga, there's issues in terms of the revenues, especially with the top teams. Barca's, we know we went over it yesterday at the end of the stream, talking about the plight of Barcelona. Oh, good little play from Denmark. 3 over the top. Oh, good defending. Great defending by Kyle Walker. That's great defending. He covers there because Denmark were in. Who was it? Who's the number 14 for Denmark? Number 14 is Damsgaard, coming from left to right. Yeah, that's very good defending. Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker gets a lot of stick, and I just think it's incorrect. People are very quick to retire people. You know, they get to one, they get to, you know, they get a few what's it called? A few years on their book, and all of a sudden they're done, they're finished. And I'm like, come on, give it a break. Give it a break. No, Kyle Walker, you can't be a Premier League left, right back, full back, whatever player at this level, from Spurs and qualifying for Champions Leagues, like as in top four consistently, Man City winning league titles, winning all the cups that you do, being such a important player in Pep Guardiola's team. When you consider that Pep Guardiola has changed his defenders, not just his fullbacks, but changed his defenders so much since he's been there, yet Kyle Walker has been a constant. He has to be, whatever you think, he has to be a good player. And Pep Guardiola utilizes his fullbacks so much that he's not a passenger. He's not being carried. And I think he deserves a bit more respect for what he's done. Cross from the right, pull from Mason Mount, cleared. Mason Mount's in, cleared for, oh, no, yeah, it was Matt, cleared for a corner. How did that ball get there? Because I thought they had actually cleared it. Decent play by Mason Mount. Stretched to get the cross in, but kicks out for a corner. I think it was a little flick from Saka. I didn't see it properly. But the game has started well. The game has started well. Both sides, you know, as defensively solid as they have been, they're both willing to get players forward. Did I bring my charger down there? I think I did. Corner, cleared. Out to the edge of the box to Calvin Phillips. Denmark on the break. Denmark on the break. Good tackle by Luke Shaw, but they're still breaking. Good tackle by, clearance by Kyle Walker. Harry Kane, edge of the box. Sterling on the left. Stands up his defender. Oh, poor shot. Poor shot. It dribbles towards Pickford. That was a chance. That was a chance. He stood up Christensen, shifted it, got the space, and just didn't connect. Obviously, he's trying to go for the far corner. Did not connect at all. Didn't connect. Someone said Kyle Walker is like an NFL safety, just cleans up any mistakes made by the rest of the defense. That speed is so necessary. It is, and you can't underestimate it, especially when you come up against people like a Damsgaard. Yeah, I mean it's a good game. It's a good game. What was this? England hands over signed Christian Eriksen's shirt. Oh, I didn't even see that. When they were, I guess when they were changing, you know, when they swapped the club, the emblems between nations, it looks like they handed over a they handed over Christian Eriksen's shirt, which I guess was signed by the England players, I suspect. The poll is currently on 64% to Greece, for which is the bigger upset. Someone just messaged me. What's this? All Kane volley over the bar. Because you know when Kane took that shot, not Kane, sorry, when Sterling took that shot against Germany in the not Germany, I'm talking about Sterling took the shot against it was Germany, yeah, and it was from outside the box, and he curled it, and it obviously Neuer saved it, and you're thinking, well, for me personally, I was like, Sterling edge of the box. Oh, Sterling shoots, and actually got some good power on it, and it was saved. Because Sterling's shots ain't usually like that. Sterling's shots are usually weak and tepid, and he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but shot power is not one of his main traits. Not that say he hasn't scored from outside the box. I remember he scored a last-minute winner, stolen by Denmark on the break. Shot trickles towards the keeper. That was Højbjerg. Yeah. Chance. Brathwaite. Shot wide. Poor from Pickford. I think he's gone out for a corner. I was saying this we rolled it straight to the Denmark player. You couldn't not see him there. You had to see him there. You can't not see him. And I was saying this at the end of the Ukraine game. I'm jumping from pillar to post here. It's a corner for Denmark. That he was very pumped. And he was just a bit too pumped. I was like, I think I tweeted it, like, Pickford is just a bit too excited right now. And I said it on the stream. You're winning 4-0 against Denmark. You go into a semi-final of a tournament. Not the final. You're not going to win it. You're playing Ukraine. You're already 4-0 up. Calm down. And he had a few little incidents. They are piling on top of Pickford. Literally, the whole 6-yard box is packed. There's nobody. He's come in. Pickford does well to punch it. Saka doesn't clear properly. He's gone back out wide. The cross is going to come back in. Let's see. Unless it can be blocked by Mount. Nope. All good defending by... That's a foul. Good defending by Mount. Literally, they had piled in. There was like everybody. There was nobody else in any part of the area apart from in the 6-yard box. That is, I love that. That looks sick. That looks sick. That corner formation was mad in the 6-yard box. But he did well. Pickford did well to punch that. But what was I saying? Yeah, at the end of the Ukraine game, we were just getting a bit too excited. And I thought, and he started making a few errors, coming out for things, kicking was bad. And it's like, you don't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. Because the game was very calm and you're just bringing things onto yourself. And don't you want the Golden Glove record? Make sure to hit the like button as well. Don't you want the Golden Glove record? You don't need to feel uptight. And then today, obviously, you can make an error in it, but it's about concentration. Just focus on what you need to do, because he then rolls it out tries to roll it out. I think it was Shaw maybe on the left, and he rolls it straight to the Denmark player. And if you concede and go out like that, yeah, he already came into this tournament with a lot of criticism, and he's kind of regained the trust of a lot of the England fans because of his performances in this competition. You don't want to lose it now. But what was I saying before that? What was I talking about before that? Before the Pickford. Was it Sterling? I can't remember now. Literally going from pillar to post. But yeah, I think England started well. Well, I think it's been a good game for both. England's probably shaded it. Let me get up I'm going to get up the stats as I usually do, see if the stats are aligning with what we are seeing out there. Nothing wrong with stats, people. Don't let people fool you. Nothing wrong with stats. Spain had all the wrong stats yesterday. All the possession, all the shots, and they went out on penalties. So you need the stats. And I say the stats, you need the goals, you need the assists. Stats are not a problem. That's too long. Way too long from Denmark. So 2 shots each so far. Let me get that up on the screen. Can you not see that? They made that a bit bigger. Actually, I think you can see that. 2 shots each so far, 1 on target each. Both of the that's what I was talking about. Sterling. I said shots on target. Yeah, so my cousin messaged me because I said Sterling took that shot against Neuer. He thought, a bit of power in his shot. And I know I said he has got that power. He can do it, should I say. I remember he scored a last-minute winner at the Etihad against Southampton, curled into a top corner. But his shots are really usually inside the box, tap-ins. He doesn't really connect well. And then Sterling took that shot earlier, and it's like you cut in against Christensen, you want to be bending that top corner. And he takes it and it just dribbles towards the keeper. And my cousin messaged me. He goes, where'd he go? He goes, their shots are more like Sterling, the trickle. That's what you expect. That's what you expect from him. We don't think about the game so far. Who's been the dominant side as far as you are concerned, or you think it's been pretty even? Let's see. 61% respect. You expect England are going to dominate possession, being the superior team, being at home as well. Can't take away the home advantage. If I'm correct, from what people said to me, the four semi-finalists, so Denmark, England, Italy, Spain, all four of them had at least 3 games in the tournament, maybe all their group games, played at home. If you can confirm that, if someone can confirm that, then I think that's very telling that all 4 of them are in the final or in the semi-final, sorry. Because is the travel aspect of all of this being not so much underplayed as in not spoken about. Because underplayed, I would say if someone mentioned it, you go, no, it's not really an aspect. But when it's mentioned, do people accept it? Because maybe it's playing a bigger part than most expect. And I guess this is why, all things considered, England have to be and should be one of the favourites to win this. As far as they go, all but the quarterfinal was played at Wembley. So as far as the competition goes, 3 group games at Wembley. The last 16, if you win your group, you're going to play at Wembley. That was one of the motivations for England. Win your group, you stay. You don't have to travel, first and foremost, but more importantly, you're playing in front of your fans. And the fans are actually growing as the games go by. They played their away game that was in Italy, wasn't it? Against Ukraine, who was a worse side in the last 16. So if you're going to have to play an away game, you'd rather play Ukraine than anyone else in terms of those who qualify for the knockout rounds. And then you go back to Wembley for Denmark and then possibly Italy in the final. I'm not saying if England win it, it's because they played at home, but you can't disregard the advantage it has. And someone's always going to have it because it has to be hosted somewhere. And we know the host nations always qualify. And generally, host nations tend to overperform their norm, their mean. So you look at South Korea in 2002. Some of it was refereeing decisions. I mean, the referees were definitely favoring South Korea in that tournament. I remember the penalty shootout against Spain, I think it was, and even extra time. I think Spain got a goal disallowed because they said the ball went out of play when it didn't before the cross. There was some poor refereeing for them, but they got to quarterfinals. No, did they get to the semi-finals in 2002? I feel like because I think they played the third place playoff. I think they played the third place playoff and they lost 3-2 against lost 3-2 against who would it have been? Turkey in the third place playoff. Then you've got, I think in 2002, Portugal, 2004 Euros got to the final. Obviously didn't win it, lost to Greece, but they got a good side. 2006 Germany got to the last. They won. I think they came third in 2006. In the World Cup, they lost to Italy in extra time. I think it was 3-1, was it? Trying to think of the others. So 2006, 2008. Who hosted the Euros 2008? That one actually, I never actually remember that. I never actually remember. It's never a discussion or a conversation I've actually had. Euro 2008. Who actually hosted that? Was that Germany? Oh, it was hosted Austria and Switzerland. If I remember, both of them flopped. I could be wrong. Oh, Denmark. Oof. Shot from Damsgaard. I thought I might curled in. Austria and Sweden. Sorry, Austria and Switzerland. Let's see what happened in that one. So Switzerland finished bottom of their group. and Austria finished third in their group with 1 point, got knocked out. So that didn't help them. World Cup 2010, South Africa didn't actually get out of their group, but I think there was definitely the element of home support, the way they were playing, like against France, for example. I think Mexico, like they had some good performances in that tournament. I think Ghana fed off the energy of it being a home World Cup in terms of Africa. They were fighting for the whole of Africa. Good play by Saka, good hustle. He won it and fought back for it and won the free kick. Because I thought he might have lost the ball, but he came back in for it and then got pulled down. That's a good play. 2010, yeah, that was, and Spain won in 2010. 2012, obviously Spain won that Euros. Euro 2012, where was that? That was in Poland, Ukraine. Free kick for England. Cleared, but it's come out to the left-hand side. Luke Shaw puts in the cross. No, that's not a penalty. Harry Kane drops to the floor. Mount on the far side. What can he do? What can he do? Into Calvin Phillips and England. Oh, Saka turns. I thought they were going to go backwards. But they've won the ball. Euro 2012. Yeah, so that was, what did I say? Poland, Ukraine. What did they do in the group stages? Oh, did they have third place? No, they didn't have third place playoff in this one, did they? Can't remember, actually. Poland came bottom of their group. And the UK were in England's group. Yeah, they were in England's group, I remember. I think Andy Carroll scored against them. Yeah, they did. No, sorry, that was Rooney. Andy Carroll scored against Sweden in that group. And Ukraine went out. So no home advantage there. Yeah, you definitely got to be good. You got to be good. 2014 World Cup, Brazil. I mean, that Brazil team weren't great. Carried by Neymar. With respect to Thiago Silva, both of them were out of the semi-final and got absolutely trounced. 2016 France got to the final, but they're a good team. That's not a free kick. That's not. Okay, maybe a bit arm in the face, but that's not a free kick for me. 2018 Russia. I think Russia got to the quarters of the World Cup, and they're a bad team. And here we are, Euro 2020, and England are looking to get into a final. But the Netherlands also played at home, and we saw what happened. Yeah, we did. That being said, some people weren't even backing Netherlands to get out of the group. So maybe they, maybe they overachieved because of home advantage. Maybe. I'm just putting it out there. Free kick. Damn, man, every time I drink this, water flies in my eye. Free kick for Denmark. Cleared. Easy clear. Oh, what's going on? Another free kick. Is that closer? So what's happened? Given for Denmark. What's happened? That's Luke Shaw and Christiansen. Referee was on that one. Germany also played at home. Yeah, and they got knocked out to England. Who played at home. I'll turn my lights on in a second. I'm losing a bit of light in here. This is a much more dangerous area. If England concede from here, Luke Shaw going to be very, very disappointed to give this kind of free kick away. Very, very disappointed. Larson. Is that more 10 yards? That looks more than 10 yards. Shot. Ah! What a goal! What a goal! What a strike by Damsgaard! What a strike! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. I mean, you got to just hold your hands up because there's no way Pickford could do anything about that. Luke Shaw, silly, silly, silly free kick. Let me see that. Boom. It moved. It moved. Yeah, I can't blame Pickford for that. That just did a. It went up over. It wasn't in the corner, but it was bullet. It was bullet. Oh, fingertip. Whoo! What a strike. Yeah, Luke Shaw, silly, silly free kick. Silly free kick. What a silly free kick to give away. Woo! Woo! That is, someone said very bad keeping. No, you can't blame the keeper for that. You can't blame the keeper for that. Because you say to the keeper, let me just tweet this quickly. Can't blame Pickford even though it wasn't in the corner. Silly free kick to concede by Shaw. Gotta be neutral when it comes to Man United players, isn't it? Certain times. Amen. Golly! Let me turn these lights on, innit? Let me turn these lights on. Give me a second. I'm still here. Whoa, shit. I'm still here. Oh, I need to plug in this plug in my laptop before it dies. But bloody hell. England have a task on their hands. And I gotta say, Devo, you were right. Denmark, dark horses. Whew. Denmark, dark horses for true. I should never have doubted you. But I do think an elite keeper will save that. I'm not going to disagree. That's a bit too bright now. I'm not going to disagree. This is the first time England's been 1-0 down in the tournament. Well, it's the first goal they've actually conceded in the tournament. So we're going to have to see how they can recover. I agree. An elite keeper would have. But elite keepers are not to a penny, and obviously you don't buy them, but every international team don't have elite keepers. Every international team don't have elite keepers, so you kind of have to play the hand you've been dealt, should I say. Most keepers wouldn't save that, but I agree, an elite keeper would. I agree. Someone said very bad keeping. It's not very bad keeping. A world-class keeper saves it, yes. But as I said, every keeper is just not world-class. It is what it is. And you can't. Someone goes, Damsgaard, more like CR7. And someone else said his positioning was slightly questionable. His positioning wasn't questionable because we always say, give the keeper, I mean, you say, this is my side, that's the wall side. And if you get up and over the wall, then credit to you. But if he gets beaten on your side, then that's your fault as a keeper. You can't then question his positioning because he went over the wall. I think he was in the right position. His arms ain't massively long. Kane turns on the edge of the box. Free kick. That must be a free kick. Yeah, Kane turns on the edge of the box. Wins a free kick. Yeah, you can't say, oh, his positioning was wrong because what? Because he wasn't standing behind the wall. It's not supposed to stand by a wall. That's why you have a wall. Listen, credit the free kick. Let's credit the free kick because that's a damn good free kick. That's a damn good free kick. This looks like a Kane distance. I don't know what they. Oh, actually, Mount takes them, doesn't he? Mount takes them. I'm sorry about my prediction. Well, you said 3-1. Well, no, you said 3-1, and the one England concede will be because of T-Rex arms. Well, they conceded one, and people are saying a better keeper would have saved it. A keeper with longer arms would have saved it, definitely. So maybe you're not so wrong. Maybe you're not so wrong. Anyway, Mount and Luke Shaw over a free kick. Sterling in close proximity. Denmark have a player behind the wall as per usual. It's about 28, maybe 28 yards, 30 yards out. Mason Mount steps up. Oh, no. Raheem Sterling takes it. Oh, Wall does his job. Wall does his job. Sterling's pumped, I guess, because Sterling don't take free kicks. Someone said that wasn't a foul. It was a foul. He was holding him. He was holding him. What a strike. No, that's a free kick. That's a free kick. Listen, it wasn't a harsh free kick. It was a free kick. People saying a harsh free kick. He was holding him. Now, what I would say, flicked on from the long throw. What I would say is that most referees don't give it, but crossed in. Yeah, most referees don't give it, but it was the correct decision to give it. Oh, Denmark breaking. Good play by Brathwaite. I think they've got men over. Can they get over Brathwaite? It's 3-on-3, 4-on-3. Out to, I don't know who's on the right. Cross, stars over hit. Whoo, this is. I did say. I mean, can't. Shane's there talking about. Shane's talking about if England get to the final, are they going to play? Are they going to play a back five? I said, my friend, you got to focus on this game. Can't think about the final. This is a tough game. That was a great free kick. I mean, people can blame Pickford all they want, innit? But into Kane. Oh, it's gonna cross Sterling. Sterling's got to score. Sterling has to score. Sterling must score. The editors. Oh no, ball coming across from Kane. Sterling 6 yards out, keeper saves straight at him. Sterling has to score that. He has to score that. No, you can't miss them chances there, brother. Oh, Saka's in. Across. Oh, Sterling scores. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Sterling has scored. He gets his goal. He gets his goal. I wonder, did Sterling actually get it, or was it on goal in the end? But good play by Saka down the right-hand side. Runs in behind, crosses it. And Sterling taps it in. Oh, my God. He does now. 1-1. Saka's onside. Ball from Kane in behind to Saka. Crosses it. I think it's Sterling. Could be an own goal. I don't know. I don't know what's happened, actually. Saka. It's an on goal. Oh, and I forgot to do my team again. I keep forgetting to do my bloody fantasy team. It's an on goal. I keep forgetting to do my team. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. How do I keep forgetting to do my team? Let me see who is even on my team. Great ball. That was a great through ball by Kane. Yeah, it's an own goal. Own goal. England needed to score. Well, I say needed to, but yeah, a goal before halftime would have been good for them, which they've got. Oh, they're breaking again. This is a very end-to-end game, I'll say. Very end-to-end. Denmark ain't coming here to make up the numbers. Bloody yeah, everyone's on my bench. I got everyone on my bench. I totally forgot to do my thing. I got Stones on my bench, Shaw on my bench, Mount on my bench. I mean, they might do nothing, but that's annoying. That's very annoying. Got Kane on my bench, Sterling on my bench. Sterling didn't get a go for that. It wasn't calamitous, but his Pickford had normal sized arms and not a 12 years. 12 years. What's this? It was a foul. Imagine they never squared it. Yeah, of course they were going to square it. Well, Saka wasn't going to shoot from there. Of course he was going to square it. Declan Rice clean up at the back. This is a good game of football. This is a good game of football. Oh no. Oh yeah, that was the chance. It kind of healed it. And then boom, straight away, Saka. Yeah, that was all the defender. Defender slid in. Straight in. I mean, defender had to go for it. A defender had to yeah, the defender had to go for it because if he didn't, then Sterling taps it in. So can't blame the defender. Can't blame the defender at all. It's funny when you look at it from different sides because if that was an England goal, like sorry, a Denmark goal, you know, people say, "Oh, Stone's terrible. Oh, Maguire," because agenda's in it. Obviously, people that support England, they're not going to say, "Oh, that was poor defending by the opposition." I don't know who it was, Vestergaard or whatever. You start looking at the positives from your side. You've got to be balanced. Defender could do nothing. Pickford not at fault. It is what it is. It is what it is. And we've got a good game of football. This half has flown by because it's just been end to end. England slightly the dominant side, but as I say slight, very, very slightly. But because they're playing on the counter attack and they're playing it well, Denmark have created some good openings. Very good openings. Everyone's shouting, Raheem Sterling, on goal. Cross, too heavy, way too heavy. Comes out to Luke Shaw. He does get in, drills it in. That's too heavy as well. That's two poor crosses from, I don't even know, was that both fullbacks? Luke Shaw linking up with Mason Mount. Saka started the game a bit slow. Denmark kind of had him where they needed him, but he's had a good half. And you know he gets the key pass for the goal. I don't know if it must be registered as an assist even for an own goal. It's funny because Kane's dropping deep, but nobody's complaining because you have runners off the ball. When you get runners off the ball of one of your front three, then one of them or two out of your front three dropping deep. Good ball by Mount into Sterling. Saka and Sterling are both in the box. Kane's on the outside. Oh, nearly got through to Saka there, and no one's complaining. One of your three is allowed to drop, allowed to roam. The other two just have to be in the box. This is Harry Kane's game now. He's not just a number 9, stay in the box striker, especially when the players around you aren't great creators. Like Saka's a good creator. Sterling's not. Half time, no, stoppage time, 1-1. Great goal by Damsgaard. Lit up Wembley with that free kick. I'm giving it to Damsgaard. I'm not blaming the keeper because I think when you do that, you it was Simon Kier. You take away from the strike how good the strike was, and it was a very good strike. So I'm not going to start blaming. But England came back. Sterling had a chance that Kane squared it and hit it straight at Kasper Schmeichel. And then just moments later, Kane slips in Saka. Great ball on the inside. Saka makes a good run, looks up, squares it for Sterling, but Simon Kier gets there first, slides it into his own net, 1-1 at half time. And I think we're going to go through the stats. I think that's a fair assessment. You lot let me know what you think in the chat. I'm going to go through. We need some more from the midfielders. Rice and Phillips are too static. Sterling's well, we're living, blah, blah. Kane dropping deep, but it's fine because you got runners in behind. Oh, see, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. When you've got Kane, when Kane was playing in the last game, you had Mount, Sancho, and so the Mount, Sancho, Sterling, and they're playing against Ukraine. They're all pushed up. And they're all attacking. You've got the fullback overlapping. It's all gung-ho. Kane can stay in the box. He can say, all right, you lot create for me, and I'll just make those runs. I'll be where I need to be. And he got his 2 goals. But in this game, Mount is not really a creative force. The fullbacks, while they're getting up, have to be a bit more aware of the defensive duties, which means that Kane has to become a creator. In the end, he's having to drop into the number 10 position and pick out Sterling and pick out Saka. He can do it both. But of course, you need goals to win the game. You need goals to win the game, and he's your best goal scorer. The only way to stop him from doing that and be successful is to bring on another creator. That's the only way you can do it. Or you're going to need him to either go and get the ball, or he just has a tendency to do it because the longer and longer it takes the ball to get to him in the box, then he's going to start dropping deeper and deeper. It's just the way it goes. He's that kind of player. He's not a Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's just like, listen, you lot just do your job. I'll be in the box waiting. Again, he doesn't play like him, but he's more of a Wayne Rooney where, yeah, I can be in the box, but if you don't get the ball to me often, I'm going to start dropping. You don't want him too far away from the goal. But when he does get it, you see all his ability. I've never seen a striker with Kane's passing ability. Depends what you call a striker, because Wayne Rooney Wayne Rooney was a better playmaker than Kane. So it depends. Do you class Wayne Rooney as a striker? In terms of number 9, I'd agree. I'm trying to think. I'd agree. But if you class Rooney as a striker, which I think is fair to class him as a striker, he played there for the majority of his career. His passing is mad. He did it all. Yeah, let's look at some of these stats. Of course, 1-1 between England and Denmark. 4 shots on target, 4 shots each, 2 on target each. 1 blocked each, 1 corner each, 60-40 possession, 87 to 83% pass accuracy, distance covered pretty even. England's completed more passes. Yeah, you're right. It's been 50-50. I would say 55-45. It's been a very even game. It's been a very even game, slightly edged to England. Because, as I said, I think England have obviously been the more dominant in terms of on the ball, where they're holding their possession, what area of the pitch they're holding their possession. But every time Denmark break, they look dangerous. So when you put it like that, you have to say it's been even, because England, might have more of the territory, but if Denmark look more likely to score when they go forward, then you might say, you want to say 50-50. England could have had a goal through Raheem Sterling, shot it straight at Kasper Schmeichel, and then they scored a goal through the own goal. I'm trying to think of what the other chances that England had. Raheem Sterling had a chance where he kind of shimmied and cut inside, and the shot kind of just dribbled towards the keeper. Wasn't a great shot. There's been a few shots from outside the box. Denmark's been going forward on the break through Braithwaite, through Damsgaard, and who's the other striker? Dolberg, breaking very quickly. But Pickford hasn't been making save after save. Obviously, the free kick was one. There was a shot from outside the box, was dribbled towards him. It's been pretty even. I am here with Javern. What are you saying?
Free kickers are ginos, man. God, trying to get, hoping they would have made it to the final without conceding.
Yeah, but
come on, man! What is that?
It's a great free kick. That's a great
free kick, man.
The power and the dip. Like it was past Pickford before he even could really get there, and it came over the wall. It was two walls. There was like a England wall, and there was a Belgium wall, a Denmark wall right beside the England wall. So it would have been hard for him to get there. You just gotta respect the strike, man. Semi-finals.
I ain't respecting nothing, man.
At Wembley, lit up the place. Lit up the place. What do you think about England's performance?
Oh, it's the same old, really. Attack, or move. Nothing to show for. Sterling scoring, hilarious.
On go.
Man, that's what I'm trying to say. It's hilarious. The chance he scores, lashes at the keeper. Another chance, it's not even him. It's an own goal. Like it's just written that this. I don't know, man.
Wait, sorry. What is written that? What?
It's just written, man. Like England can't score goals properly, man.
Wait, come on, that's hard.
Ginos, man.
What is that? This is the first own goal of the tournament. They scored 2 against Germany and 4 against Ukraine. What do you mean they can't score?
Ginos. Everything is reverting. Everything is reverting back to norm, innit? Like the game's been a mess. Pickford, that ain't put a foot wrong all game. Man's doing a madness this game. I'm seeing some poor. Yeah, all tournament. Guy has put a foot wrong today. All over the man's losing it all over the gaff. Can't even pass the ball out.
Rolled it out to the attacker. I was saying at the end of the Ukraine game, I can't remember I don't know if you were on the stream on the Ukraine game. And I was saying the man is just too pumped. Like things are getting to his head now. It's just like too exciting. You're like, what you need is a calm head. Just relax. Yeah, we know you want to do it for your country, blah, blah, blah. Relax. Because the man's right in front of him. It was like bloody Karius when he rolled it out to Benzema that time. Like, how can you not see the man right there? I think, he just needs to calm down. It's a good game, though, man. It's end to end. I'm excited.
It is. I'm trying to do work, and I can't even do it. Every time I look up, something's going on. All I hear is the commentators. And I'm just like, look up. I'm still on the same thing I was on 15 minutes ago. So I said, you know what? Tomorrow, if my manager doesn't say anything, I'm like, I've done the best. I've done the best. I'm just hoping this game doesn't go to extra time so I can just do
man, the early night, man. Get this
I need
to with, man. 90 minutes. Let me go to my bed.
Finish some work out
today. I finished work today, and I was tired, man. Like, before I came on stream, I was like, about 15 minutes before, I was like, all right, let me get up because I was tired.
Bucked, innit? Trust.
But I'm alive now. This game is better than yesterday's game. Put it like that. It's actually going.
Oh yeah. It is. I like that.
It's boring, isn't it?
Damn, man.
Yeah. Oh, not this guy again.
Where's your England top?
Yeah.
Golly.
West England.
If I had a pound for every time he's typed that in the chat.
I know. If I had a pound for every time he typed in the chat, I could have bought an England top.
Trust.
Yeah, this is as much as you're gonna get. Can you see that? It goes England and Wales 2019 Cricket World Cup. There, you happy? You happy? There's my England top. Where is your? You ain't sent a picture in the group with your England top on yet. So until you do that, I believe you're supporting Denmark anyway. And I expect you to be wearing your Jamaica top when the Gold Cup starts with your Aki and Swordfish on the side.
I said, send me your address. Oh, you gonna buy the kit for me?
Where is your England top? It's funny, you know the funniest thing is because obviously England playing, you got all these England fans, but obviously you're also fans of your club. So all the agendas are flying whilst everyone's united at the same time. It's like, yeah, come on England, and then Saka makes a mistake. And it's like, get Saka or get Sancho on. Then Saka scores. What are you saying now? Are you not supporting the same
thing? It's true. All the agendas come out. Like, when it comes to internationals, I don't even think about the clubs.
But that's the thing with me. Like I don't even
can't think about it at the time.
You can't. Like,
ain't got time for that, man.
I'm a Ronaldo fan, but if Messi played for Jamaica, I would want him to score every goal and win us the World Cup, because I don't give a separated. And then when you go into Barcelona, it's Ronaldo versus Messi. Like, what is going on? We need to stop the hate and be one. So wait, if Harry Kane scores, Christopher, as an Arsenal fan, are you celebrating? Do you see Lee Judges said he doesn't celebrate when Harry Kane scores?
That's dumb, man. That is so dumb, man. These men take it way too far, man. Like, way too far, because I don't even understand. Arsenal and Tottenham fans are joking you, ain't it? Joke clubs with joke agendas. Let them be jokes together, man. Couldn't care less. Silly Arsenal fans, Tottenham fans. Saka scored. I'm not gonna celebrate. So what is it? Why are you watching international football then? What is it? Because these men play for those clubs. So what are you gonna do then? Harry Kane scores the winner, and Harry Kane scores the winner against Italy. What are you gonna do? Sit down on your two hands and fold it? That's
the funny thing.
Shut your mouth, man.
I think it was the goal. Nothing. I don't know who the goal it was against. I'm not 100% sure, but you saw that all this. You saw 1 second. Yeah, you saw all the people at Don Robbie's, like the studio on the thing, and 1 second. Egal. England being carried by Saka and Sterling. Someone got snacking Saka there like we wouldn't notice. Sorry, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. So anyway, yeah, all the people at Don Robbie's studio, they're all up celebrating. I don't know what game it was. And you see Lee Judges sitting there like this.
Damn, man.
I didn't actually understand.
Because I want to see if Kane wins it for them. I want to see what he's gonna do then. Not gonna be happy. Not gonna go. I don't expect you to go out and celebrate the World Cup. Then if they do a parade or whatever, okay, correct, man.
Oh, big up Lee, innit? Big up Lee. I like Lee. Lee's a real one. I mean,
it's not even Lee. It's not even like It's not even a director at least. It's
in
just
general,
in general,
yeah.
like fans
Literally,
like that.
you know what
Do
I'm saying?
stuff
I'm,
like that.
literally, I'm looking at all this, and it's like Saka stank it up, and an own goal will cover it up, but it's cool. And then it's like, not every
It's
day.
silly.
Tell bench boy Sancho to step up his game. Are you like? It's ridiculous. Are you supporting England, or are you supporting the players that play
The
for your club? I
players.
mean, me personally, I don't support anyone at the Euros, so I just want Man United players to do well. But pick a side. Support England or don't.
Silly.
Like, don't act like you're supporting them, and then you're actually just supporting your one player in the.
Agenda is ridiculous, man. Might as well. It's a joke, man. Because it's an absolute joke. Because you go on like this, you think these players, maybe of the old, back in the days, they didn't talk. But you see these players now. Look at Manchester United and Manchester City. After a 0-0 derby, what's going on? They're holding hands. They're talking. They're friends. Mason Mount, Sancho, Rashford, and who's it that went out on that night? Was it Foden and Greenwood? Two rivals. You think they care about these rivalries that fans make? Like, no, it's the media. What made it is the fans and the media, because these players they don't care. And it was so rough back then that obviously they stuck to it. But now it's like, I don't give a crap. Like, you play for Manchester United, like we grew up together, we played. All right, you play for United, I play for City. So what? All right, on the pitch, cool. Afterwards, friends. Like, ain't nobody got time for that no more. And I think that could have been that was probably a hindrance, because look at all these men here, they're all at different clubs, and they're all friends.
I think it's also the social media aspect to it as well, because like generally your friends would have been the people that you go to training with in your own club, and you just communicate like that. Whereas now, like, I don't know, let's say for example, Harry Maguire. Say there's a young centre back coming up in England who's, we might play for Southampton. So you never see him on a day-to-day basis, but you can just contact him easily, consistently. You can see things on social media and build a rapport from there. Being able to link with people are so much easier now. So then by the time you actually come to internationals, let's say he was communicating with Ben White for years, and Ben White gets called up now. There's no rivalry there because you've been watching his progression, etc., etc. But I think what's also probably one of the key things is the FA. They built this thing, St George's Park, where they have all like the different England teams basically training in this one complex. So from the unders right through to the senior team. So people that are in this squad, the likes of Saka, all the older players in the senior English would have seen him for years. So that by the time he joins, it's like, the young boy from the under 21s is in the team now. So you build this relationship, whereas before everything was all separated, and it couldn't have been. I mean, they talk about it the way that you go to eat dinner, and Man United players sit on one table, Chelsea on one, Arsenal. You can't play a match like that where you hate each other. Is that
nope.
Okay. Can't play it.
You can't. Right. Everyone's all angry at each other. Well, what are you gonna get with that?
Because even someone makes a mistake.
Like, and it's fake anger. Because what are you actually angry about? What don't you like him for? What has he actually done? Oh, because he plays for Liverpool. Like, come on, man.
Laporte crying. This was yesterday, and he was French like 6 months ago. Yesterday.
So wait, does that? No, he doesn't get a World Cup because he never got. Never got called up.
I think you know what he got. I think he got called up once, and I think he got injured, and he's never been called up.
He didn't get to play
since. Yes, he didn't play. Crossed by Mason Mount from the free kick. Maguire wins the header. Ooh, clashed over. I thought you got a red. I thought we took out a red, but there's no way that's a yellow, unless he went with his arm. To be fair, but I don't think that's a yellow. I thought he took out a red for a second.
On a Denmark player?
Maguire.
Oh.
Well, okay, he led with his arm, but this is soft, man. The game's too soft, man. I'm not gonna like. I don't know. It's a back in the days thing, but the game, you're jumping for a ball. You use your hand. Use your arm to elevate yourself.
This is soft, man. Let's just see it now.
Today's
That's not good.
Is so. And I
He's
thought,
getting angry, and rightly so. Like, what is that?
I thought because the card was twisted over, like the packet that's in.
Oh, come on, referee, man. So how you support them?
Yeah,
the game's gone.
Yeah, the game's gone. The game's gone. Excuse me.
Game's absolutely gone, man.
The game too soft.
Yellow card for that. God.
So now he's on tenterhooks for
nothing
for the rest of the game. Imagine he gets another yellow out of the final if they get there, of course. Like, but nothing. I don't blame him for being annoyed, shaking his head.
Sterling is so. To be fair, it's good defending because he got there first.
What's this for the goal?
The goal, yeah.
The question is, did he have to slide in? I mean, I don't blame him for it because you have to try and get there, innit? But it's a bit unlucky, I'd say. Denmark breaking again. Ball through. Chance! Good save by Pickford. Good save by Pickford. That was a chance for Dolberg. Are they giving offside?
FM Starboy.
Yeah, just offside.
I need one of you guys to score before full time, please. I'm not ready for another half time. I mean, extra time.
I'll tell you what. If it goes to penalties, England are out. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah, decent save.
Right, 6 minutes gone, no subs yet. I think it's still a pretty even game. I think England have started the second half better, I would say that. They were slightly better in the first half, but Denmark are right in this game. Right in this game. Sean C says, yeah, Pickford is trash. For what? The free kick? If Cristiano Ronaldo scores it or Messi scores it, no one's saying the keeper's trash. Respect the free kick.
I can only imagine the mess that Wembley is in right now.
The area.
Like around, yeah. Probably trash people there from early, like.
Yeah, 100%.
Just in general.
Denmark on the edge of England's box. Crossed in. Pickford comes out and punches it. Yeah, he was definitely trash there. Nah, I mean, I'll be kind of serious. He did win it, but it wasn't totally convincing. He's just doing too much. Just come out and catch it. Just be relaxed. Come out, and he starts screaming at people. Just come out and catch the goalkeeper. Just catch it. Like, what's that? Yeah, Pickford is too amped. Actually, let me find my I had a tweet about Pickford the other day. I'm gonna quote tweet it. Denmark edge of the box, flick over by Brathwaite.
Damn, man.
Sterling on the break. Pass Christensen. Shaw's on the overlap, but he gives it to Kane on the right. Pushed him a bit wide. Kane needs a bit of support. He's still got it on the right side. He wins the free kick. Poor defending. He wasn't going anywhere. And you fouled him.
Yeah, Jack Grealish on. What's that song? It's coming home again. Southgate, you
Southgate, you're
what?
the one. You still tell. We said Southgate, you're the one. Get Jack Grealish on.
Yep.
What's going on again?
Maybe then it will come home again. Golly, man.
Mount ain't
Maybe play Jordan Sancho and, and Jack
free kick.
Grealish.
Head up, Maguire. Oh, great save by Kasper Schmeichel. Book him for that then. Book him for that.
Always got Sterling on. Maybe play Jack Grealish. I'm screaming.
Oh, Harry Maguire.
Let me sit down and get onto that song.
It might even hit the post actually. Might even have hit the post. England come close. Few free kicks, a few set pieces that Mount's taken.
Golly, that should have went in. Oh. You know what's so funny? If my whole Leicester argument that I've been making, saying people are saying that basically Gav was saying that the gaffer doesn't have it in him, that's why they can't cross the line, that he's a bottler. And I'm like,
who are you talking about?
And it's the same with Leicester. And then
good save.
And he said that's the same.
That's a great save, Kasper. Sorry, go on.
He said that's the same with, and he said that's the same with Belgium. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it because I don't think that they bottled it, because they definitely didn't. Leicester didn't bottle it, because look at
sorry.
It's just not their
what?
Coming the top four.
Okay, carry on.
Because if Denmark go through here, yes, I know it's a whole
France,
different team.
Denmark, corner.
Kasper Schmeichel is here at the team. If going by what you're saying, he should be bottling this final because he's a bottler. So that's why.
Rogers.
Not Rogers. The goalkeeper. What's his name? Schmeichel. Kasper.
Oh, okay.
Because if Leicester are bottlers, then Denmark shouldn't go through this, and he should.
Leicester.
No, but he's saying the players.
No, but Leicester. He said the players. No. Yeah. See, I'm putting it more on the manager, because a lot of those, not all of them, but some of those players had won the league.
The manager's not telling them to go out there.
No, but it's the mentality.
And mess up.
Maybe he goes into those big games more afraid. Corner by Denmark, head declared by Harry Maguire.
But this is the thing. But look at him here. So that's why I can't say.
What I'm saying,
I just say they're just not good enough for me personally. Anyway.
No, but if it comes from the manager, then it comes from the manager in the sense of if you might go into a big game and the manager's like.
Yeah, but I'm sure Roberto. I'm sure Rodgers is better than the Denmark manager.
Why do you think that? What's the evidence?
What? I'm just saying. For example,
I have no idea who the Denmark manager is.
I don't know either. But let's assume that. So what? So then maybe he should manage Leicester then.
I mean, maybe they're comfortable with what Denmark.
Like I said, for me personally, I can't take this whole. I don't think they bought. I just don't think they're good enough.
But you don't think they bottle it because you don't believe that bottling exists. You think you're
I believe they're not, but they're not. But they are good enough. They are good enough.
Denmark, edge of the box, shot straight at the keeper. You think the argument is you're either good enough or you're not. And I would say, okay, France against Switzerland. Did France bottle that game? 3-1 up.
They weren't good enough.
But they are. But
if you're good enough, you hold on to that lead.
No, but you're right.
They weren't. You hold on to that lead.
No, but you're right. They weren't good enough, but they are good enough. They weren't good enough because they didn't have their mental strength. They bottled it. They bottled it. You can't tell me
they didn't have the mental strength, but yet they have the mental strength at their individual clubs. But for France, there's no mental strength. Listen, man. Listen, you're either good enough.
No, but you look.
You're either good enough or you're not. And they weren't good enough on the day.
No, because at France, you've got all this infighting between Giroud, Mbappe, Benzema. You got Rabiot, Pogba. In terms of the parents, there's all those things that create. I can see, Boslick. I can see your comments. You got all these other things off the field. Sterling's on the left hand side. Luke Shaw on the overlap. Finds him. Cross. Ooh, nearly on goal. Nearly on goal. I think that might have gone off a corner. No, he kept it in.
Oh.
But so yeah, all those things contribute to them not being mentally strong to come back from adversity. So you go 3-1 up. What happened there? Ooh, that
You're not good enough.
No, but they are good enough.
It's like when Liverpool came back to beat AC Milan. They weren't good enough. Yes, you were good for periods, but you have to be good over the full 90 minutes, not just for 10
Where's the header again?
Just see the cross from Luke Shaw. Golly.
He ironically should have went more conservative against Chelsea 13-14. He should have. He was.
Yeah, but that don't mean they bottled it though.
The pressure got to them. I tell you, and you know why I tell you the pressure got to Liverpool in that game? Because Liverpool went 1-0 down, especially Gerrard specifically. Liverpool went 1-0 down through his mistake, and then he started playing out of character. Man just started taking all these long shots, like desperate to try and rectify his own error. That's because of pressure. Instead of just saying, you know what, that was an error, but let's stick to what we've been doing and we'll get the goal. Because they only needed to draw anyway. And Gerrard just started taking all these long shots and that kind of stuff. And in the end, they got caught on the break. And then the 3-0 up against Crystal Palace. And then drew the game 3-3. Like, that's pressure. It's not technical, it's pressure. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, isn't it?
That's fine, isn't it? I hear you. England, we were just saying this golden generation, which used to slander the top players. In reality, the camps were an absolute mess. It is. They were. And how can you go for training and Liverpool men are
all over the top? Mount. Oh, he shoots. He should have squared it for Sterling, but Saka's picked it up. Cross. Cleared. Brathwaite, great touch. Oh, that's a Barcelona touch from the Brazilian, then Danish.
Nah, man, this needs to stop. I can't be. Maybe Mount needs to come off and get Grealish. Somebody get Grealish on this pitch. Somebody. Grealish, just substitute yourself on. Get on the bench. I can't. This is madness.
Oh, England win it back. Sterling. Kane makes a run. No, can't find him. Interstitial. Palace was a madness, trying to win 10-0. Yeah, they were trying to up there. Oh, Sterling couldn't find Rice, I think, was on the overlap. Kane to Phillips. Mount, edge of the box. Not good enough. Blocked out by Denmark. And they reset.
I can't live like this.
This is a good game of football.
I can't live like this. I just need a goal, man. On the edge of my seat.
Man said edge of his seat. I'm sitting back because I don't want to be too close to the screen. Sterling to Saka. Mount. Straight to keeper.
Yeah, Mount has to come off now. I have not seen nothing good all game. Take off Mason Mount and bring on Jack Grealish.
I can't believe they came out of retirement to make the song. Christensen down.
I thought it was a music video when you sent the video.
No. They're in retirement. They probably recorded it over Zoom or something.
Man said the Atomic Kitten. Golly, the tide is high. That man there.
That's a big tune, you know.
Big shoe. I don't know any other their song.
I don't know. That's literally off the top
Is
of my
it
head.
One
The only
Step
song I
Closer to
actually
Heaven,
know.
or was that even them?
What's that?
One Step Closer to Heaven.
Well, one step closer to heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that there? That's a big tune as well.
No.
One step.
No. That was S Club Juniors.
It's a genius. Not even Eshla 7.
Yeah, they made a Juniors, innit?
I remember. That was a
Like,
big tune.
big tune. They had a few bangers.
Sean C says, I struggle with England. I want them to win, but I'm not patriotic in the slightest and barely celebrate the girls. So you're definitely a club over country, man. I think you're a Liverpool fan. Am I right? Van Dijk in your picture, yeah. So let me ask you, what would you rather, England win the Euros or Liverpool win the Champions League, considering you've already won 6? And I'll go one better. England win the Euros 2020, then the World Cup 2022, or Liverpool win the League and Champions League in one season. You tell me, Sean C. Budgeting.
Okay, so yeah, these are the songs. The only 2 that I know from them. This is like, oh wait, was Ladies Night them as well?
I don't know how that goes. Oh, Sean's made a mess of that.
So Whole Again, the one that
yeah, that's the one that's been remixed.
And then there's The Tide Is High. That's the one that was singing.
Yeah.
The Tide.
They've got a dancehall version to it, I think it is.
And then I think Ladies Night. I think that's the song. I don't know, man. That's the only 2 songs I know from them.
I need to hear that one. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, Greece getting ready.
Oh,
getting ready. Stripped and ready. Someone says, Mount isn't a 10, agreed. He's been poor, but it don't help that Kane is playing his position. Kane's playing his position because Mount ain't doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they were, as I was saying earlier, when they were playing against Ukraine and England were attacking properly, like full-on attack, Kane just stay in the box because it's like, oh, everyone else is going to create. But when they're kind of reserved a bit in their play,
who's coming off for him though?
I'm not sure.
That's the question.
Because they're playing a better team, then Kane has to then try and get on the ball and try and create something himself. I don't think he's ready to come on yet, actually. But yeah, who will be coming off? It could be Mount, but it could also be Saka.
Should be Mount because Saka's
going to be Saka, just based on how, like, what's the word? Like seniority, because he's the young guy. Oh, Saka in behind, great play, but good defending in the end.
Who's coming off? Oh no, it's another Denmark sub.
I think the Gomez getting booed took the last bit away from me, to be honest. Maybe get it back, hopefully. I still want him to win, but no passion. That was because of the Sterling thing, wasn't it? I was actually in the stadium when he booed him. I'm not going to say whether I did or not. But it happened in my vicinity. Yeah, no, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Especially a young black player as well. It's like he doesn't need to know his place as a youth. That's how he's coming off. He's gonna be Saka, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. Seniority. But well done. Saka's played well. Gotta give it to him. Well done.
Yeah, that's it. Game over. You can't do stuff like that, man. I don't understand.
Yeah, Saka did well. He was better in the first half than the second, but overall it was a good a good performance. Good performance. So it just confused me. Different for you though. Sterling's not my guy like that. Sterling's a Man City fan. He's a Man City fan.
Listen,
But
If Sterling played for Jamaica, he'll be your guy.
He's Jamaican.
If he played for Jamaica, he'll be your guy.
But the problem is he's Jamaican and he plays for England, so it actually annoys me because he don't play for Jamaica. So it's like that's actually more reason for him not to be my guy. However, because he contributes his money back to Jamaica in terms of like football and that kind of stuff, I respect it. So, and because he gets so much stick in the media, so I'm going the other direction. I'm backing him. But now, yeah, Gomez, I was like, yeah, you have to know your place, innit? You have to know your place. He said, you can't lift up man on the pitch. I said, nah, you're taking the kick. You're taking the piss. Lift up big man on the pitch like he's some gal. Nah. You know how disrespectful that is? I mean, liquor but Metalawa. Don't mess with me. Because I tell you for a fact, and the thing is, this is when the Jamaican will come out of him. Because he would have been getting cussed out by all his people. You let a man lift you up on pit on TV. Nah, he had to. He had to. He has to listen. I got one in it. Was it in the canteen or something like that? Reputation.
I'm screaming.
But this is it. Because of the whole club versus country thing, Gomez gets booed. But he gets booed obviously by non-Liverpool fans. The Liverpool fans are going to back him. Non-Liverpool fans. I'm not saying all of them, but non-Liverpool fans, so you probably get the Man City ones, and maybe other Liverpool's rivals specifically, so the likes of etc. But if you're supporting your country, then at that point, like there is no sides. You don't say, "Oh, I'm Sterling over Gomez." If you're supporting your country, you try and find the best solution to resolve it. But yeah, just the club rivalry pulls through in the end, isn't it? England on the break. That's a foul. Must be a foul. Definitely a foul.
Golly, man, this has got semi-final. I mean, extra time written all over it. I need someone to leap like a salmon and knock in a header or something, man. I can't do another half an hour. Oh, I'm so bucked. Too much work. It can't be another half hour.
Gav goes, I'd have taken off Mount and moved Sterling centrally for Grealish, but I'm just an average YouTuber, not Gareth Southgate.
Wait, what did he say? He would have done what?
I'd have taken off Mount and moved Sterling centrally for Grealish, but hey, I'm just an average YouTuber and not Gareth Southgate.
I'm screaming.
And you go, I mean, as I said, I am on 72-17. I'm watching on TV. If you're watching on iPlayer, it's probably behind. Yeah, so if you want to just rewind my stream a bit, if I'm slightly ahead of you. So now I'm on 72-36. Tipped over by Casper Schmeichel. If I watch a long sometime on different channels, I would if I'm watching on a stream, I'll be slightly behind. So I would just rewind it so I don't get they don't start celebrating before I do. I need to Ramsey, your boy got hauled off. You agree with that decision? Chance or block?
Saka.
Yeah.
I mean,
or should Mount got dragged off instead? Oh, that penalty! Oh, he's gonna free kick.
Dive? Is he gonna dive?
Well, let's see what's happened.
Well,
yeah, there will be VAR.
What I would say is, names. The names made a choice. Ooh,
yeah. Kane kicked the guy from behind. Yeah. Wait, did Kane win the ball? Kane definitely hit him behind, but no, yeah. Oh, there's two. That was a free kick before.
Oh yeah, he touches the ball, doesn't he?
He might have, but I think it's a free kick before. Let's see. Yeah. So there was 2 free. So there was Kane fouled
I
someone.
was given a free kick before for Kane fouling.
Yeah, I think it was for the first one. The second one's a bit dodgy. I'm not. Let's see.
Oh, I see, because Paulson wins the ball.
Maybe, yeah. But then there's this one. I don't know what's happened there. I'm not 100% sure with that one. Because he definitely goes through the back, but I'm not sure if Kane actually won that second one first. But he may well have been the first one. I don't know.
I think Saka was taken off. If Saka was taken off not because of his performance, but because of the name. He was the one that was always going to get sacrificed, kind of thing. Like
it's in meritocracy.
Yeah, and you know, so I kind of do get it. Like I kind of get it, but you know, not he wasn't the worst player on the pitch, if that makes sense.
No.
But it's trusting Gareth always, isn't it, right now? So
no,
once you're in the semis, you got
no, there's no
trust. Gareth's got it right. Now Gareth's got it right up to the 75th minute
right
in the semi-final, because they ain't going out right now.
All wrong.
Right now,
it's all still wrong. Jack Grealish should have started. Until that happens, he's wrong.
Based on what, though? Based on what? Because Saka was the one that created the goal.
Because
no one else
I'm not
created
saying
the goal.
Saka shouldn't have been on.
Who shouldn't have been on then?
Mason Mount. This guy is.
Yeah, but
you got to change it up. You got to change it up.
Listen, if England win the game, Southgate got it right. Nothing you can say about that. If they don't, but if they do,
not winning this game.
Listen, football is 90 minutes plus another 30 plus a potential penalty shootout. If England win the end of this game, Southgate got it right. That we need to do. Like I said this time ago, if he wins the next 3 games 1-0 last week, then England win the Euros and he's got it right. Is it like simple? But having said all that, there's no guarantees that
crossed in. Kyle Walker lets it bounce.
There's no guarantees that England are going to win this game. I predicted 2-1. I think I said in the stream last time 2-1 after extra time.
No, you said 3-0.
Nah, mate. knew that free kick was getting top bins or top of the goal.
Yeah, I said 2-1. I think I said 90 minutes maybe, but I said 2-1. I mean, I don't think I didn't specify, but I'm assuming 90 minutes.
Oh my god!
I've got to do my team again, man.
You didn't specify 2-1 on pens, yeah? Oh, you've got to do
yeah, man. I see you're sitting second in the MAD.
I'm trying to win the bag. What's the bag?
I keep forgetting to do my team. I got like 3 England players on the bench, and Shamaika obviously is conceded.
At this point, why are you even still doing it? I swear
it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? I didn't pay for
4 games in.
I didn't pay any money.
By this point, everyone's got the same team anyway. I mean, it's only if you forget is where you fall down. Everyone else is gonna have.
Didn't change my cap.
I think you can have 8 players from one team in the final. Something
like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is dumb free kick going in, man. Would have been going to bed early tonight. God. Just take out this extra time.
We've got 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Nothing's gonna happen.
I thought he was going to bring on Henderson to get a bit more of the ball, because at the time that Grealish came on, England didn't have the ball that much, from what I saw.
Let's see.
Calvin Phillips still gets game because he's had a few good games.
Yusuf Poston's from Southgate.
Yeah, but I guess he doesn't deserve to be dropped, innit? Like Henderson isn't that good that you just drop him no matter, like you just drop Phillips no matter what.
No, it's not Pogba.
yeah. But like, if Henderson started this tournament and he had the same level of performance, then I don't think he will get dropped either, really. But
yeah, nowhere.
And then you could freshen up if they make it to the final one, start Anderson, but can't see him taking.
I wouldn't make a change. You wouldn't make a change in the final.
At this point, you don't make a change because
no, not in the midfield anyway.
Stubborn. You've been stubborn. You've been stubborn all competition. All of a sudden, now you wanna change and stuff.
He goes into the final 4-4-2, gets smoked for it.
Yeah, so I don't think he'll make it.
Although the one thing I would say that
Mount still got Shaw cross cleared. Shoot.
If you told me that England will get to the semi-finals of the Euros and Grealish and Foden wouldn't start either quarterfinals or semi-finals, I wouldn't believe that. I would have been shocked.
So Grealish or who?
Foden.
Yeah,
I would have been sure.
I'm not surprised Grealish didn't start, but Foden definitely.
Quarterfinals or semi-finals. I thought like pre-tournament, I would have thought at least one of them would have started.
I would have thought, yeah, Foden. I know we don't like Grealish, so I don't expect him to start any game. But yeah, definitely Foden.
Oh, come on, just score already.
Oh, Nathaniel Phillips. What's your guys' thoughts on Chiesa? I think he's a good player.
What's our thoughts? Yeah, he's a good player. He's got potential, isn't it?
Looks decent.
He still looks a bit like the youth. You can see that the youth in him. Sometimes a bit more like composure in the final third at times, but that's just experience. Like I see it in Saka sometimes. That experience sometimes. But yeah, no, he's a good player, man. I was surprised he actually didn't start the Euros. I thought he would have started with Insigne.
Obviously, he played his way.
You could probably say he's probably going to start now with Insigne. But Berardi has had a decent tournament, so I wouldn't. No, he could go Berardi.
Hendo should be playing. I wonder what team he's in, Daniel.
Hendo, you know what? Hendo would be playing if this was if this was Euro 2020 in 2020.
In 2020,
won the league. Now you lot
he's bucked, isn't it?
Scraped Champions League on the last day of the season.
But I tell you, he would be playing, but Saka wouldn't be in the squad. Foden wouldn't be in the squad.
Jack Grealish probably in the squad.
Grealish might, because he had a very good season last year as well. The previous year, he kept them up in the end. A bit of VAR. Free kick from Luke Shaw, headed wide by John Stones. Yeah. Trying to think who else would have been in the squad. It's not guaranteed that Shaw would have been in the squad because he wasn't really in the squad at the time.
No, I don't think it would have been. I think it would have been
Chilwell and maybe Cresswell, maybe.
Yeah, but he wasn't even in the squad either. Who was the left back in the squad before?
What?
I guess it was. Well, no, I guess it was Young and Danny Rose, the last World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Ashley, no, yeah, it wouldn't be Ashley for this one.
Yeah, but they would have moved on.
Oh, sorry. Everything's been broken tonight, man. The clean sheet, never going into extra time. Oh god.
Listen, as I think I was saying yesterday, Italy have gone through every permutation to get to that final. They've blitzed teams. They've had to go depths of extra time. They've gone to penalties. They've ground out wins against strong opposition. Whoever gets through this, it's a good test. I mean, they have a day less rest and extra time, which ain't going to be good on their legs, but it's a good test because you might have to go extra time in the final. You might have to go to penalties in the final.
Yeah. And I mean, England would have liked to get through this game in 90 minutes, but semi-finals or tournament, you can't even guarantee you're going to win it. So
yeah. And on top of that, obviously they've gone behind. If they get through after going behind, that's a good test because you might go behind the final, and you don't want the first time in the whole tournament for you to go behind is a final. You're like, damn, what do we do now? What do we do now? Maguire would have been in the squad. Yeah, no, Maguire would have been in the squad definitely.
What, last year?
Yeah,
Yeah. Stones might not have though.
yeah, he might not have actually.
In fact, Stones wouldn't have been in the squad after that. He
After
wasn't even playing. He wasn't playing at all.
Count Doku. Yeah, Doku looks good. Very
At
talented.
this point, I just need anyone to score. Anyone. Anyone. At this point, anyone, please.
You've been playing the new Atomic Kitten song on repeat, yeah? Getting into the mood.
Nah.
What that means is Captain Conan's lost a couple plays. Still gone to Atomic Kitten.
Yeah. All right. Another extra time pending, unless somebody in 5 minutes.
This game brings England back to level, back to level. Like, if they went into the final on the back of a 4-0 win, from
no
Ukraine,
goals conceded.
It would have been like everyone would have believed they would have done it. Now that if they get through, it's going to be a hard work effort to get through. People's realism might just say, you know what, let's just, you know what I mean, take it easy.
You know what?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Home.
I mean, man, 41-40 on pens. Long night ahead.
Question. Neeks, Japan. Penalties, yeah. I know we're a long way from that yet, but you keeping Raheem on the pitch? Are you keeping Raheem on the? Yeah.
Yeah. He won the senior player. If I can't trust in you,
Number 5 for him to. Raheem Sterling.
Nah, I'm gonna put him number 3 or 4. Yeah, he could be 2 straight after Kane.
Make him forgettable. Make him just put it in and just go home about your business.
Yeah, when you get to 3-4, it could actually potentially be the winning or fatal penalty because you don't know what's happened before. 2, no one's winning it on 2. So
no one's winning it. You barely know your name. Barely know the name of the person who took 2.
Who took the second penalty? I don't know. Morata.
It doesn't matter because it's Sterling. He'll be digged for it. Oh, okay, Sterling misses the penalty. He'll be digged for it, man.
It depends. I mean, the thing is, like, it depends who you got available still on the bench. But I mean, I've seen Raheem's penalties for Man City, and they ain't pretty the best of times.
He doesn't hit the ball with enough power.
Yeah, and you know what he does? He I think he just thinks that I'm going to go one corner. If the keeper saves it, he saves it. Like, instead of actually trying to pull it in, even if the keeper goes that way. Like, I see sometimes with De Bruyne, when De Bruyne hits penalties, it depends which one he kind of hits. If De Bruyne hits them drilled ones, where he's going for a specific corner, he's drilling it corners. Yeah. Obviously, he might do the one where he waits to see where the keeper goes. But if he drills it, and someone like Raheem just chooses a corner and just hopes for the best. But
Southgate will bring Hendo on the 109th minute, and he's gonna miss his penalty. If Thiago missed yesterday, I was gonna go into hiding. Oh, a good penalty from Thiago.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say Hendon would score after his miss against thing. I don't even know now.
2 minutes.
To be honest, Harry Kane's burying it.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's burying it. I would imagine Rashford, if he's on the pitch, would score one.
Mount would score, I think.
Yeah, Mount's got that composure.
Other than that, I don't know. Grealish could all miss his penalty. Like, everyone wants get Grealish on.
He doesn't even take penalties out there, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Not in my fantasy team. He doesn't tell you that for a fact. El Ghazi or someone like that.
Yeah.
And because
I
it's
can
coming
imagine,
towards
I
the
can
end,
imagine
no
someone
one's
like,
really
I can
attacking
imagine
now.
someone like Declan Rice stepping up, thinking he's got it in him.
Oh my god. Extra time. Golly. Chance, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw on a run. What's going on? Bouncing around.
I actually want to know, yeah, how often these matches are won in the last minute. Because, like, it's so tepid. No one's desperate to score because everyone's scared to lose.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, that's
you're
how I
kind
was
of
just
you're
saying,
going for it.
man.
You're going for it, but you're
There's
not.
no point.
You're not. But I'm not just England. I'm thinking anyone. Like, amount of games you watch
No, it's just like that.
in
That's
these
how it
knockout
is.
games, you get to the last sort of 5-10 minutes, and everyone's like, "Let's try a score," but it's not. It's
Let's
not.
So you
not do it
rather
too
you
much.
want an extra half hour.
Yeah.
So if they do score, then you at least have more time to come back. Because if the opposition score now, then there's no comeback.
Yeah.
Grealish out to Shaw. Cross. Chest. Kane. Nothing. He just
It's
wanted
like-
a yard.
Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. You got 6 minutes stoppage time. This should be it. Come on, boys. We can win it in 6 minutes. We can win it.
Oh,
And I
come
think Denmark are the
on.
ones. Denmark are the ones at the moment just looking to just ride this out.
Well, it's different. Like in Premier League football, especially when you're the bigger side, a draw can be as damaging as a loss. So you're like, go for it.
Yeah.
Whereas in knockout, you're like, well, even if you have to go to a replay, like with the FA Cup, we'll take the replay. All right, well, I'm going to sleep, guys. Let me know how this game finishes.
Oh.
Kane ain't coming off. Kane's playing.
No,
like
no with
10
penalties in a
games.
possibility.
No, impossible. He may want to gamble and bring on a Calvert-Lewin, maybe, as well. Like that late on, 108 social stuff.
That's bare pressure.
Someone score, man.
Bare pressure is.
Oh, God.
Please.
All these late nights are catching up with me.
After me watching Argentina penalties.
16 anymore.
Oh, I didn't even watch that game. That kicked off at 2 a.m.
Mate, Martinez is mad, man.
Say 3, innit?
Man bodied up Yerry Mina, man.
Yeah.
Bodied him up.
And you see Messi.
Where is Sancho?
Messi was giving a few words when he missed his penalty. Hannah, I wish I knew. Where is Jadon Sancho? I can't tell you. I wish I could.
Sancho for Raheem?
But Mount. Cross.
It depends how much. If Mount comes off, it won't be. I can't see it being for a wide attacker.
No, I know it won't. It'd be like a Hendo or a Bellingham or something like that.
Or could do Foden, I guess. He could do.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Sterling out wide.
Ooh.
He's in. He picks out. Oh, Kane stopped it from going to Grealish, but it comes out to Phillips.
Oh,
Shoots. Wow.
make yourself a hero, Yorkshire Pirlo.
I didn't say no extra time.
How many subs has he made now? Just one.
Yeah.
So he's got 5 subs to use in extra time.
Wait till I hit the like button. We're gonna be going all
Gareth Bumblegate, man. Oh, Lord.
I don't see you cursing up the Denmark manager like this. Curse him up, yes.
Listen, it's just as bad too, innit? But right now, you got to do better than this. How have you not made no substitutions but one?
Ollie style, innit?
Change
Ollie
the
style.
game.
See out the game. Last 5
Change
minutes.
up
Bring
the
on your
game. No one
penalty
wants to see this, man. Oh,
Kane with a little jink. Wins a free kick. Silly from Denmark.
Mr. God. You do not want to concede now.
Yes, I do want them to concede now because I can go to bed.
No, they don't. Denmark defenders.
England have been worse with Grealish on. They ain't been great since he come out, I'll tell you that. He ain't really done that. I ain't creating no chances.
They've been great all
But
this
then
half.
Denmark have also sat deeper and deeper as the half has gone on. Right, Mount. Minute to go.
Everything was
Cross.
much
Maguire
better
wins
first
it.
half, man.
Saved by Kasper Schmeichel. He's won every header from these corners. So give me that.
It was
He's got
much better in the
with
first half.
Vestergaard, with Vestergaard in there.
How can two managers who are bare time as subs, Ollie and Southgate, absolutely despise subs? Because they're not good as them two were on the bench, innit? And says no subs is predicted extra time.
How can two managers bare times as subs?
Why he gets the hate, but at the same time, only one goal in the tournament conceded.
Well, listen, I mean, if a sub comes on in extra time and wins the game, then what? It's great, isn't it?
Great decision.
Then maybe he should have brought them on already then. Could have won it in normal time.
Denmark defenders too fresh to wear them out.
Where what? I ain't seen nothing being worn, I can tell you that. Awful, man.
Jack,
So high.
Jack the Tottenham fan goes, these persistent extra times are pissing me off. Some of us have got work in the morning. You know?
I'm saying, just go straight to penalties, man. Forget this extra time, man.
That's what
South
America did.
Forget this. Go extra time in the final and then penalties. We don't need it for now, man. Get on with it.
It's full time.
Man, they get so backwards.
Oh, they're going for a long throw. No time left. He's going for the long throw.
I said the centre backs have seen less action than my savings account this year.
Kyle Walker.
Oh,
long. One. Still in the area, out of the area. Is he gonna blow up? Calvin Phillips. Cross.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, there's no one there to pick it up. He's gonna blow up.
How long do you want?
6.5 minutes. Grealish. Out to Mount.
Woo!
Cross. Victor. Oh, so Grealish. Kane. Oh, blocked. And it's full time.
God's sake, man. Just get in the back of the net, man.
We will have to wait and see. There wasn't really a. Let's see. Grealish. Kane. Oh, Kane fluffed it. Kane just fluffed it. It hit his heel. Oh, that was the chance.
Jokers, man. Absolute jokers.
That was the chance.
Euros.
Okay.
Euros. Big Euros. The Danes are still in us. Brathwaite and Co.
I'm tired of this Ericsson tax, man. The guy is wild. Why are you guys still playing good for, man?
Because they're good at it.
No, they're not, man. Ericsson tax.
If Ericsson was there, England will be out a long time.
No, if Ericsson was there, they wouldn't even be here. This is the extra pump because they want to do this for Ericsson. Oh, get on with it.
I find it hilarious how most of this country already acted like we was in the final. No wonder no one likes us. It depends. I wouldn't say most of the country. It depends. I would say it's been maybe most of it. Probably about 60-40, I would say. Because you get the Rio, who's like, oh, we're the best team left in the tournament. We're going to win the whole thing. Fair enough, and you're a fan, whatever. And then you got Ian Wright. It's like, listen, Denmark are a good side. This ain't over. And I think you speak to different England fans, and they're all on the same. Like you speak to one, they'll say one thing. You speak to another, they'll say another thing. Can't take the "It's Coming Home" thing too seriously. It's a song that came in '96, and they won it. Well, they haven't got to. This first time they got to semis in the Euros since then.
you see
But-
Did you see the Daily Mirror paper? Italy.
No.
It's Italy versus England in asterisk and Denmark at the bottom, or Denmark at the bottom.
Whatever. And it's like, you're in the semi-final. You have to be excited about the possibility of the final.
yeah.
Not a problem, innit? But I think most like, put it like this, I'll tell you, people that watch football, because obviously when it comes to international football, you get a lot of people who don't really watch football supporting because it's international. It's a country. I live in that country. I support the country. So those people are just pumped and excited. They're like, oh, we're going to win it. We've got Sterling, because you hear Sterling's name every week. You don't hear Paulson and Braithwaite and that Damsgaard and all that. You don't know who these people are because you don't really watch football. But anyone who's kind of even watched the tournament as it's gone on, you knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. There was very, very few people who was predicting a win more than one goal. So, yeah, I think. I mean, that's not why most people don't like England. Most people don't like England because they colonized the world and they enslaved half the population on it. Like, that's the reason why most people don't like England. It ain't because they think they're going to win the Euros. What are you going to say to it?
No, I was just reading that comment there. Hannah says, why doesn't Southgate start his best?
Well, Hannah, you tell me.
I don't know.
Well, you tell me what. Wait, Hannah, tell me what's his best 11. Javerne, what's his best 11?
He told you he didn't start his best 11.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I want to know. So, Javerne, you tell me what's his best 11.
It's not good enough, man. It's just not good
What
enough.
is his best 11?
Best 11 is Kane.
Southgate can't win.
Can't.
Kane, Sancho, Grealish, maybe Sterling. You have to, give Sterling a shout. Midfield, fine with that. Defense, Ben Chilwell.
You say midfield, fine with that. Are you saying Mason Mount dropped in? Yeah.
Listen, Mason Mount doesn't have to start. Listen,
yeah, but I'm just saying. You said midfield, fine with that, but Mason Mount's in the midfield. So you're saying?
Yes, Mason Mount should not be there right now. Grealish should have started. The reason why I say Grealish should have started is because if Grealish had started instead of Mount, all the attacking opportunities that they had in the first half, something more would have come from it because Grealish can bring that. Kane had to drop to create the chances because Mount just ain't doing that right now. So he should have started Grealish there instead of Mount. Like, I just don't get it.
All right, who's in the midfield?
The best, we say Henderson, but he's injured. But Calvin Phillips and Rice, they haven't done nothing wrong. Attacking lineup, that is literally it. Like, all right,
and the back, you said Chilwell.
You can even say Sancho could even put in Saka, whatever. But since we're saying best, Chilwell, what's his name, Maguire and Stones. And what's his name? Arnold.
Well, he was injured, so
right
you have to give him the blood.
Obviously, but best 11, isn't it?
No, but he's saying pick his best 11, so you have to say who's actually actually fit. So, who would you put there?
Who's playing there now at the moment? I don't even know.
Walker. So there's Walker. There. 1 second, something's going on. The ref is talking to some officials, reporting that. See, what's he reporting to UEFA? I don't know. Something's happening off the field anyway. So you got Walker, Trippier, Reece James in the squad.
Obviously, if we're doing a back four, then okay, I'll say Kyle Walker. But if it's a back three, then obviously I'm putting in Reece James. James ain't
you got to tell me what's his best 11. So 11 could be what formation? Do you want me to change formation?
No, but he's been playing this the most, so we'll stick with a.
So you're saying Walker or Reece James?
So, because we'll have the attacking on the left side with Chilwell, we'll say Walker on the right side just to shore it up. Because obviously, Reece James, I feel like Reece James is more of a wing back, and I feel like he would do more attacking, and we can't have the whole team attacking.
And
Pickford, yeah.
Foden and Henderson getting ready to come on. Foden's more. Well, both of them, yeah. Foden looks ready to come on.
This is easily the best. Easily the best. Sancho starts, they score 4 goals. Sancho doesn't start, they're drawing 1-1 to Denmark.
You mean England play Ukraine, they score 4 goals.
Listen,
England don't play Ukraine, they don't score 4 goals.
you can say that too, but as it stands, the difference is Jordan Sancho.
Was Sancho even involved in any of the goals?
Bro, he was on the pitch. That being on the pitch changes things.
Being on the pitch for
and
sure to cross a free kick into Harry Maguire, Harry Kane to head in.
But he's on the pitch. he done something because now he's not on the pitch and there's nothing. So obviously,
what you're saying is
I'm being.
What you're saying is Grealish doesn't play, they score 4 goals. That's what you mean.
So that's your 11.
Listen, this is the England 11 that I would start.
Kane shoots, good save by Schmeichel. No one can follow up. Clear. I mean, he was never going to score from that angle. It would have been a horrendous keeping error. But has to make the save.
Keeping errors happen, innit? You got to go for it.
Now, well, first and foremost, I'm going Shaw at left back, and I think this tournament supports that. I think for a game like this, Sterling goes over dribbles, but it's blocked out. For a game like this, I wouldn't have gone with both Sancho and Grealish, one or the other with Mount. That's what I would have done personally. I think obviously we know he's got 10 players. The only position he debates is the right wing, I guess, because Foden started the tournament there, then Saka came in. Saka got a knock, and Sancho came in. Would Sancho have started if Saka didn't get a knock? We don't know. The opposition is what it is. We have no idea. But I think he's playing close to his best 11, barring one position. Like I think there's only one.
Yeah, but that can be a big difference, isn't it?
It can be.
One player can make a big difference to our whole squad.
But ultimately, he's in a Euros semi-final. So the 11s that he's put out,
and he was also in a World Cup semi-final.
Yeah, and the 11s that he's put out, the substitutions made. Declan Rice coming off for Jordan Henderson, have obviously been good enough. Who knows what would happen if it started Sancho and Grealish? They might be 2-0 up because Sancho didn't track back. I don't know. I think it's all it's not all on the result, but
obviously it's all in hindsight, but because we only know what's actually happened.
Swansea says Henderson.
It's true, Henderson, but obviously Henderson's not fully fit right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
that's the only reason.
I think if Henderson was fit,
he's not fully fit.
Yeah, if Henderson was fit, he starts the tournament and doesn't lose his position. It's funny. Let me ask you, Sean, who do you think England's best center? Do you think Gomez is better than Maguire?
Listen, Stones ain't put 1 foot wrong for a whole year and a bit now, man. It has to be Stones.
There were shouts that when Gomez was fit, that he's England's best centre back, and I was just like, well, he might be the best talented centre back, but he barely played for England. So we have to wait and see. Obviously, he's injured now. If it happened last year, Stones wouldn't be in the squad. But we are where we are. We are where we are. And right now, Stones is ahead of him. Even if he was to come back tomorrow, fully fit, Stones and Maguire are partners. But you don't just pick one. You pick a partnership. I'm sure there was a time when England had Rio, Terry, Campbell, King, and everyone at their club would have probably said, my centre-back's the best. You can only pick 2. And the manager has to decide which is the best partnership.
Unless you play all 4. He finally took.
Oh, was it Mount off or Foden?
Yeah,
probably. Like, it's dumb, man. It's dumb. It's so dumb. Like, Mount ain't been doing nothing.
See, Sean C may be right. Are you expecting him to come out and blitz Denmark?
I'm
But it's
expecting
like
to come out
that
and see
result.
something.
But
I'm expecting to come out and see some something.
But
Like,
I'm
I ain't
seeing
seen
England play a
nothing
good
since the
side.
first half.
But England are playing a good side, and they're defending very well.
They're not the.
They're not the best, but England's not the best either. Like I think England are playing a corner from Foden. Maguire, I think, won that. Or was that? No, it wasn't.
All I'm hearing is
Grealish
names.
Oh no, get back
Nothing.
into play. Grealish inside the box. Back to Sterling. Shifts. Sterling over the bar. I just think England are a good side. Denmark are a good side. And it was always going to be a close game. I think I can't say, look at this game and say, this is why Southgate ain't good enough. Because you should be beating. If this was Ukraine, I get
He should be beating. He should be beating this team. I don't care what you say.
And he might. No, he might.
No, but he's not going to.
They're very solid. They're very solid.
He should be beating this Denmark team.
He might.
England's
No,
attack
the match isn't over.
England's attack is
what?
much better.
Better than what?
Listen, this attack.
No, wait, better than what?
Definitely be beating Denmark. Then Denmark, they should definitely be beating.
Yeah, but is it better than Denmark's defense?
Listen, they're good enough. Like, who's that? Just
Champions League winning Christensen, Premier League and FA Cup winning Kasper Schmeichel.
Premier League. When was the last time you won the Premier League?
He won it. He won it when he was alive. He won it.
But I thought he was a butler.
I never said he was a butler. I said Brendan Rodgers was a butler.
You said Leicester. You said Leicester.
I said, Brendan Bottle-Job.
You said the players are
Bottle City. Brendan Bottle-Job. And now that Kasper Schmeichel is rid of that bottle. Listen, I'm just saying.
You have to also remember, England never won a Euros. You know? This isn't a country that is formidable for winning trophies.
This Denmark team hasn't won a Euros.
And neither has his England team.
And nor has his England team.
Exactly. So you can't say that. You can't say that Denmark's won a Euros.
But what makes them weaker if both current teams have never won, and Denmark in the past have won? The spirit of Peter Schmeichel
in the past,
rests on his son.
Oh, you know what? I'm not even having this conversation anymore.
I just don't understand. Like, the match is still going on. Like, England can still win it. It's not like they're 2-0 down first.
Listen, the game was done from they scored their equalizer. And here we are in the 99th minute. The match done. Nothing's going to happen since.
Well, someone has to go through, so it can't be done. Overlap.
Well, obviously penalties, but that's a lottery, man.
They're playing with 3 to 5 defenders. It ain't going to be easy. Like, it's just not. Italy went to extra time with Austria, who are not as good as Denmark.
Spain went to penalties of Croatia.
Switzerland. Went to extra time with Croatia. Penalties with Switzerland. Penalties with Italy. France went to penalties with Switzerland. Like, England aren't great. They're a good side. I mean, I think maybe you're overrating the England team, and therefore underrating the job that Gareth Southgate is doing. I think you think
the guy is crap.
Therefore, they should be blitzing all these games.
The guy's crap.
You can't be crap if you get back-to-back semi-finals.
We mean back-to-back. Back-to-back. Nations League. Back-to-back.
People don't do that. People don't do that.
Listen. Hold on. But Klopp gets to finals and he's Jurgen Klopp. But this guy gets to semi-finals and he's doing such a wonderful job. Oh, get off of it, man. I don't want to hear
Gareth Southgate.
I don't want to hear it.
Gonna buy Van Dijk for 75 million.
I don't want to hear it, man. Get the agendas out of here. I don't want to hear it.
You're the one with the agenda. It stinks.
You lot will say that Klopp is a flop.
Penalty. That must be a penalty. Yeah, penalty. Oh yeah, definite penalty.
You say Jurgen Klopp is
I'll
a
tell you
flop.
what.
Getting to 3 finals. But this man gets to 3 semi-finals. Oh, and we underrate him. Maybe he's doing a good. No, call a spade a spade. The man is
I just got a pen.
No, wait, why not?
On the legs. Oh, the one from behind, isn't it? The one from
behind. Yeah, it's a pen.
Yeah, I didn't see the guy from behind.
Japan, you think this England team is great? And I'm telling you, it's not.
No, I don't think they're great. No.
So how can this not be a good job?
Huh? I never said they're great. I never said they're like the best team in the world, but they can do much better than what they're doing now. And that's because Gareth is not good enough.
Wait. If they're not great, but they've got to the World Cup and Euro semi-final, how can you be doing much better?
The problem is Southgate here. I don't know what more you want from me. The problem is Southgate. Southgate is the problem. They can do even better than they're doing now.
Well, you're telling me they are great then, because they got to 2 semi-finals. The next step is to win the damn thing.
They're one kick away from heading into the finals of a Euro.
You actually think this team? Oh, that was brilliant from Sterling, by the way. Great play.
I think this team is good enough
to get to
be able to be up there. To be
but they are up there. It's 3 semi-finals in a row.
Oh, okay. So Gareth Southgate is the right man, and he's doing a good job.
Of course, he's the right man. Of course, he's doing a good job.
But Klopp gets to 3 finals and loses
and he
them.
Kept his job.
And he's a flop.
No.
But he's not. Yeah, but him being a flop doesn't mean. Hold on.
No.
Save, but he scores the rebound. Harry Kane.
What is going on?
Harry Kane saves it and scores the rebound.
Oh my!
Kasper Schmeichel. Oh, he was nearly the hero. Kasper Schmeichel was nearly the hero.
Oh my goodness!
Kane was not to be. Who's that? Prince William? Is that it?
William.
Yes, William.
Yeah. David Beckham.
I'm only seeing it now. Kane steps.
I mean, respect Raheem Sterling. Respect Raheem Sterling, because that was a good run to win that penalty. And
come on.
I mean, it was a poor penalty.
It was, yeah.
Because that's the kind of penalty that, as you were saying about the Raheem one, where you're like, well, if the keeper goes the wrong way, I'll score. But if it's the right way, you save it.
This can't go to penalties.
That's not a Kane penalty.
Oh, he couldn't. He kind of spills it, you know. But I think he dives a little bit too.
He passed it. He dived past it,
and he brings his hand back to try and
hit the back of his hand.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Trippier wasn't looking, and then I think they missed it, and he kind of had to turn around and see the rebound. What I'm saying is,
do you know how much luck that is? That is
right there.
Look at that.
That's a pressure penalty. Because Kane don't take any of his penalties like that. He hits all of his penalties hard and true. That's a penalty to send your country as a captain to the final of the Euros. That is pressure. And if he didn't...
Listen, it's hard. It was hard enough for the keeper not to catch it. That's why
No, but I think it's just a technical in terms of he don't dive past it. If he missed it and didn't score the rebound, Javern, that's bottle. He bottled it because he's good enough to score from 12 yards. But he would have bottled it.
At the moment, he's just not good enough at that point. You got to be good from start to finish and not just in flash and pans. You have to be good from start to finish.
Why? Portugal weren't good from start to finish in any of their games at the Euros, but they won it.
No, but because they were good enough. They were good enough. They did what they had
to finish in moments.
In moments.
No, but you need to understand if they weren't good enough, they would have lost.
Exactly. No. But Gareth Southgate hasn't lost. Gareth Southgate hasn't lost anything. He's not lost one game.
What do you mean he hasn't? What do you
mean?
He's
not lost one game.
He hasn't lost one game in the tournament.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that he's the man for the job, because they should be doing better than what they're doing now.
How can you do better than not to lose? What's better than not losing?
They've got 1 foot in the final.
No, he's not winning good enough.
What does that mean? What does winning good enough mean?
This is not good enough. This is not good enough. The best game I've seen under him, it was against Sweden. And even that was not Sweden, Ukraine.
Ukraine are because Ukraine are the worst side they play in the tournament. Yeah, they should be their best game, but they beat Germany the game before. Like, I don't know.
Germany's not even Germany. Let's not even talk about Germany.
You think this is prime Brazil, and they should be dumping these teams 5-0, and I'm telling you that they're not.
I don't think they're prime Brazil, and I'm not saying they should be dumping 5-0.
That's exactly what you're saying.
This should be 2-0.
Why? Why should it be 2-0?
This game should have been done. This game should be wrapped up. Why is it in extra time? This game
did Denmark pay their way to the semis, or did they earn it by winning their game?
This game should have been wrapped up.
You don't answer my question. Did Denmark pay their way to the semis, or did they win their game?
Like I said, Christian Eriksen tax. I guarantee Christian Eriksen not have that the thing that happened to him, and I guarantee they wouldn't even be here right now. They wouldn't be in this
see, you're right. This is why no one likes England. They feel entitled. You're right. I was wrong. I thought it was slavery and colonization and all of that, but it's actually because they think they should be beating Denmark 4-0 in the Euro semis. I was wrong.
I never said 4-0. I said it should be 2-0.
I admit it. I was wrong.
It should be 2-0.
My bad, Sean.
Should not be struggling through this. This is not good.
Why not? You are disrespecting Denmark.
Oh, like Michael was disrespecting England. It's okay for him to disrespect.
Sorry, who?
Smarkle.
And now he's paying the penalty for it. Literally paying the penalty for
it. So I'm just so it's okay for him to do that.
No, but for Smarkle, it's only okay if he wins. Now, if he loses, it looked like, oh, you talked the talk, but you couldn't walk the walk. It's like it's one of them things, and like the way football is, you can't always predict it. I mean, I predicted England. What I'm saying, I predicted England will win 2-1 in extra time, but not everyone predicts it like I did. But
I hear what you're saying, but it was a free kick. This game is just the quality of Denmark has shown.
Sorry, let me just
all they did was a free kick.
It was a soft penalty, but when you're running, and I'm not saying it was at blistering speed, but he's going in and out. If a man comes in and touches his knee, I mean, you have every right to go down in a Euro semi-final. Like, you're gonna go down. It's a soft penalty. I'll tell you that. It's definitely a soft penalty, but I don't think it's a wrong decision. I think it could have gone either way.
You know what? It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones.
They haven't done anything much to say why they deserve to be here.
Who
scored 2 goals to win the game?
One stupid what do you call it? Fluky jammy freak. Oh, give it a rest, man. If they did the baddest play, the sickest play, and it was good, proper, and they banged in a goal or two, calm, innit? Denmark deserve to be there.
That's not football.
And England are bad. And I will say football. That. And I will put my hands down and I will say, you know what? Denmark are the better team. But right now, this game, I'll say England have it's just been better. And it's just not good enough.
What's not good enough? I'm not understanding. What does that even mean?
They've been better, so they're winning the game and they're getting to the final. What more do you want them to win it? You want them to win it in?
They should have won it in normal time.
Why? What does it matter? What does it matter?
What do you mean? What does it matter? Because they are good enough to win it in normal time. It should not be forced.
But they didn't. But they're not. But they're not good enough.
It's not good enough.
They're not good enough. They didn't. They're not good enough to win it in normal time. That's what proved it. They are not good enough to win it in normal time.
Denmark just locked out the thing.
Wait, why do you think they're good enough to win in normal time?
Sorry?
Why do you think they're good enough to win in normal time?
Because if you look at, I'm talking about from the game that I've seen, Denmark, the goal that they scored, yeah, straight from from all I've seen, from the most threatening thing was a damn free kick. That's it.
Sorry, okay.
Grealish.
Not good enough.
Hold on.
Grealish. Hold
on. Grealish.
Hold on.
God,
see, this is what I mean. This is disrespect. What do you mean? Tell me this is the right man. It's disrespect.
Wait. So a man who's got two major tournament semis You cussing is not disrespect, but him taking off Grealish, who ain't done nothing.
Disrespect.
Who ain't done nothing to
Disrespect.
put himself into.
What? So why Grealish? Couldn't it be he bought Grealish on, and now you're
Yeah,
taking him
and he
off?
took
That's
him off.
disrespectful.
Job done.
He brought him on. He
Job
took him off.
Job
Wait,
done.
no, stop. Wait, Ramsey,
Boy.
1 second. No, you're a
Boy.
fraud. You're a fraud because when Tuchel did it to Callum Hudson-Odoi, you're talking about why are Chelsea fans complaining? The manager knows best. How good is Callum Hudson-Odoi? You are a fraud. You're fake outrage. Fake outrage. Because what was the energy for Tuchel? What was it? Where was the energy? He hadn't won a Champions League at that point. He'd only bottled the final. Where was the energy for Tuchel? You didn't have it. You didn't have it. So why are you having it for Southgate? I call you in 4K, bro. 4K. I need answers. Why is he ducking his head? You missed the goal. You're not looking at the screen. Can I get an answer? Where was his energy for Tommy T? Where was the answer for Tommy T?
He's a disrespect. God, if that's what the manager wants, what can we do in it? But it's still a disrespect. Whether it's Tommy or Gareth Southgate, it's a disrespect. Unless the guy is absolutely doing beano, pants, jack, dog. It's a disrespect. And this just goes to prove he just doesn't like Grealish. He doesn't like him. And fair, isn't it? Just come out and say it.
Or is it that Grealish has got a specific job, and once that job's done, he gets changed to someone else?
Why couldn't it be someone else that got taken off?
Because the job that
why
Grealish
not Kane?
has done.
Huh? What? No, Kane got the goal. They don't need to score. They just need to shut up. Why not take off Kane?
Because Kane's better.
Kane works back.
Yeah. Bogus, man.
A Danish team who's resilient, strong, robust, and organized, hard to break down, passionate, was a hard game for anyone. So yes, we ain't played the best, but it will be a good win. England, tick. Let's think of it this way. This Denmark team would pipe the Spain team and give Italy team from Monday a good run. Sean says, what was the last national side that played great football? Brazil, early 2000s. Yes, 2002, Brazil was the last tournament where you can say they blitzed the opposition. Now, there might be a game here or a game there where it's like, cool. That player, obviously that match was brilliant. But other than that, Germany in 2014, I don't know what their games were before that, to be fair, but they beat Brazil 7-1 in the semis, won the final in extra time. France started the tournament very slow. They had two great games. The 4-2 in the final, and I think it was 4-1 against Argentina in the quarters. But outside of that, it was regiment. Spain, they just played the way they play, possession, 1-0 their way to a lot of their results, other than the final. Like this pragmatic style of play, which I'm surprised that Javan's having this thing, because you love it. You praise Mourinho, you praise what's his name, Conte, because it gets results. England got to 2 semi-finals playing pragmatically. I'm baffed. I'm actually baffed. And I'll clip it. I'll capture this for you, Javan.
All it is that Southgate's got 1 foot in the final, isn't it? Southgate has got 1 foot in a European final, in an international final. Can't. When was the last time? Wait, is the last time England got to a final? 1966.
Listen.
Yeah.
He should have been from there before 19 minutes.
My mum born day up 2 months after the final. That's how back long England ain't reached the final for. England are 10 minutes away from a final.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes away from a final. Huge.
You mean half an hour? 10 minutes is gonna feel like half an hour.
Pickford's left-footed, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. The thing with Denmark is that they've not really looked that threatening going forward.
I'll say
that's the point I'm trying to make here, man.
But defensively,
everyone's trying to pull this for me. Oh, Devon, yes, no, Devon, that. They're not good enough to that one goal flatters them, man.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with them defensively. There's nothing to do with them defensively. Defensively, they're brilliant. Kasper Schmeichel part of that defense. Kasper Schmeichel part of it. Kasper Schmeichel's made two great saves.
Yeah, the Maguire header, Sterling. Like,
England should have been clear if it weren't for the goalkeeper. So
he's
like,
part of the game. The keeper's part of the game.
He's part of the defense. You got to respect their dead. And this is the thing. I said this the last stream. Denmark have a great defensive record coming into this tournament and during this tournament. They've been good. They've been solid. So like when that happens and you come against them and you can only score 2 goals, which I don't even. I think only other team to score 2 past them was Belgium, De Bruyne, and when they in the second half. Like, I mean, and even Belgium struggled in the first half against them.
Yeah, until they brought on De Bruyne.
Yeah. So
I think you're being disrespectful to Denmark. If I'm going to be honest, I think Denmark deserved it. It's like the whole Spain-Italy, Spain-Italy thing. Because Italy were the best team in the tournament, people were like, yeah, Italy's going to blitz them. I'm like, they might blitz them, but Spain deserves to beat. Well, one way or another, they did what they had to do to get there. So they must be decent. And they proved to be more than decent. I say more than decent. On the day, up for 120 minutes.
Listen, I think for me, if England make the final, and there's no guarantees they will right now, but if they do with 10 minutes to go, and they lose the final to Italy, I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad.
Can't. It's been a very good tournament.
Can't even be mad. Yes, you're so close. Yes, you're nearly there. But then you play against an Italy team.
You play another team who also got there and who also so close. Sterling.
That's why I was.
Sterling gives it to Kane. Kane for the golden boot. Doesn't shoot.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say. I said that.
What are you saying?
Once you're in the final,
what are you saying?
Once you're in the final, it's a 50-50, innit? And if this happened in the final, it's a different story because it's a cagey game. You're here to win. But this has got to be done in 90 minutes. This has got to be. Like this Denmark team, because I'm from the game that we've seen, Neeks, man. I've said this, I'm repeating myself now.
What game have you seen?
The game that we're watching right now, England have been on top the best. They should have won this in normal time.
Why should they?
Because they had the better chances.
Are they playing against nobody on the opposition? I'm not understanding.
It doesn't matter about nobody. They've had the better chances.
They've got 5 defenders,
and they have. And I think these
that might be another penalty.
Attacking players are good enough.
But you're saying you think. But that's the point I'm making. You're overrating them, or you're underrating Denmark's ability to defend, which I don't understand why you're doing. Because in this tournament, they've proved they've got the ability to defend. They've been very good. They've been very solid defensively. And England's not been blitzing teams either. So you've gone into this with this false expectation. And I get why you're angry.
Like I said, I am not saying that they should have blitzed Denmark. I did not say that. I just said if the scoreline is 2-1, this should have been in normal time. It does not have to be dragged out onto extra time. I feel like they're good enough to.
Good. You say that. Good save by
Like everyone's just taking my words and twisting it to how they feel I'm trying to say when I'm not saying any of those things.
You have an agenda against Gareth Southgate, and anything he does other than win the trophy isn't good enough. And I think that's very, very harsh. I think that's all it is.
But it's okay for Jurgen Klopp, like I've said before, to
let's do the Jurgen Klopp thing, because that was,
and it's not harsh. And it's not harsh.
Wait, sorry, but nobody said, but I didn't, and I don't know if Ramsey did, sack Jurgen Klopp because he lost the Europa League final.
No.
Yeah, he's a flop. He's not good enough.
He was a flop in the final.
He was flopping. But nobody said get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody said get rid of him.
But Gareth Southgate gets the 3 semi-finals and loses them all. But yeah, I don't hear no one saying flop.
You're saying it. But the difference is, Gareth Southgate didn't. What's the difference? No, I'm trying to explain what the difference is.
So tell me why Klopp's a flop and Gareth Southgate ain't.
I'm trying to explain. Because Jurgen Klopp has bought
Oh, here we go.
Alisson,
Yeah.
Fabinho, Van Dijk, Salah. He's literally bought the team that he wants, barring 1 or 2 that he may have missed out on. Southgate says, I'm the England manager. Kane's through, keeper's out. Oh, Kane blocks it. What do you call it? Kane said, I'm the England manager. Let me just pick the teams that the players that are available. He don't have a free reign on any player across the world. He has to pick what's available in England. He's lost to Netherlands. He's lost to Croatia. And now he's beating Denmark as we speak. Chance at the back post, cleared by Maguire. You're saying he should be sacked. I didn't say Klopp should be sacked. We're not the same. We're not the same. So you want Harry Redknapp in? That's what it is. You want Harry Redknapp back? Who do you want? Tommy T?
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing.
But I didn't say you don't know nothing. I disagree with your opinion.
I said I don't know nothing. I said it.
No, now you're being salty and oh, Sterling. No.
God.
I disagree with you. You disagree with me. I didn't say you don't know nothing. But if you think you don't know nothing, who am I to tell you that you do? Okay.
It's coming home right now, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's coming home.
Let's see. Flopping is harsh. Actually, yes, but we was underdogs in the finals. Who did you play? No, not the Sevilla one. You should have beaten Sevilla, especially as you were 1-0 up. But yeah, the Man City Carabao Cup and the Liverpool, the Real Madrid final. Yeah, you're definitely underdogs.
Yeah, but you
also lost some cup
flop that. Keepers, Karius, goalkeeper, the Jurgen Klopp chose in that final was a flop. He was a flop. He flopped Benzema, the ball to Benzema. He flopped at Gareth Bale's on the Gareth Bale shot.
It makes sense. In one breath, he's a flop, but in this breath, Gareth Southgate is not a flop because he didn't pass 2 semis. I don't get it. I don't get it.
All right, but that's like saying.
Be a flop.
All right. Let's okay.
No. It's a flop. At the end of the day, he didn't get past the semis twice, and he's not a flop. Klopp doesn't get past the finals 3 times, and he's a flop. Come on,
Aston Villa didn't win the Premier. Aston Villa didn't win the Premier League this year. Did they flop? There's different expectations depending on your man. It's not just one rule across the board. If Man City failed to win the Premier League, they've flopped. If Leicester get 4th but don't win the Premier League, you don't say it's flopped. It's not just one rule. What
do you mean? Everyone says that they flopped the top 4.
No, but I'm talking about if they don't win the Premier League, you don't say they flopped because they didn't win the Premier League. You're comparing a manager who's come from winning back-to-back Bundesligas. He came into Liverpool with an expectation and lost in the minor tournament against Sevilla and lost 2 finals in his first year. Did a good job, but lost 2 finals at the end. Southgate came into an England side.
You can't say he's a flop because when was the last time Liverpool were at that position?
Southgate came to England side that were finishing bottom of their groups and getting knocked out to Iceland.
And same with Liverpool. Liverpool
the year before. No, the year before Klopp joined, they finished second in the league, nearly won the title.
No, but they've been in an absolute rut. What have they won
for
how long?
No,
England have been in a rut since 1966. They've been in a rut since final.
And Liverpool were in a rut too. And
Liverpool are 5-time European. Liverpool are 5-time European champions at the time when Klopp came.
They were still in a rut.
England have won one World Cup ever. One World Cup in 1966.
And you know what? It's fine, isn't it? It's fine. We don't even.
Man City win the Carabao Cup next year.
It's clear. It's all right. It's fine.
Man City win the FA, so the Carabao Cup next year, and I don't know who's in the Championship. Who got relegated this year? Who got relegated from the Premier League? I don't know. Who went down? Fulham? No, Fulham came up. No, Fulham go down this year. No, Fulham went down. Yeah. So Fulham get promoted. Man City win the Carabao Cup. Do we say Pep hasn't flopped, but Fulham did because they didn't win the Carabao Cup that they were in? It's like it's just two different. You can't just judge. You can't say because one.
We're not talking
Sterling's
about
on
the
break,
team. We're talking about the
Sterling got
manager.
going the overlap, but he's gone by himself. He should have gone for the overlap. Sterling. Trippier was up.
Like I said, innit? I hear what you man are saying, but you man don't want to hear what I'm saying, and it's fine, innit?
We expected Southgate to be pragmatic and play not good football. Then we can't expect good football.
Sterling's had a good game.
Doesn't that for me? Who's Sterling?
Had a good game.
Yeah, man, the match, man. He's been brilliant. I expect what was expected. I expected England to, and both of them to be solid, and England to nick it by one goal. They've both been solid, and England are looking to nick it by one goal. 25 seconds to go. 21 seconds to go. 21 seconds to go. I mean, I've never seen so much hate for a man who's about to lead England to their first final since 1966. Get your England shirt out. Send your address to Christopher. He's got one coming for you, Javon. He has got one coming for you. Where is your flag? 2 seconds to go. It's over. England. No, it's not. It must be now. England are there.
It is now.
They're in the final. Gareth Southgate has the much maligned Gareth Southgate has brought England to their first final since 1966. Some of you lot's parents weren't even born. I was not even a speck in my dad's eye in 1966. And Gareth Southgate, the villain who missed the penalty when England were knocked out of the 1998 World Cup, has come to lead his country, not just to 3 semi-finals in a row, but to 2 semi-finals and a final. England are there. Wembley celebrates. All the England fans have been proven wrong by Gareth Southgate, except Javern, who is adamant he is not the right man for the job. But you know what? Everyone has a right to their opinion, as wrong as it might be. They have the right. And who am I to tell them otherwise? But well done to England. Well done, Gareth Southgate. 2-1 after extra time. Damsgaard with a great free kick to open the scoring. Own goal by Simon Kjær to make it 1-1. And Harry Kane with a penalty rebound after Schmeichel saved it, who's on my bench in fantasy football and would have got me a hell of a lot of points for that penalty save. God damn it. Didn't change Kane back to captain. God damn it. But here we are. England are through, and they will play Italy on Sunday, the chance to make themselves heroes. I'll come to Ramsey first as Javern cools down after a tumultuous roller coaster of a night for him. What are you saying, Ramsey?
Tears in my eyes, bro. Tears in my eyes. I ain't seen this ever since I've been born in this country. I ain't never seen one final, not one final. Since I've been born, this country ain't even reached one final. Here I am, going into 90 minutes away, maybe 120 minutes away from a potential trophy. The man them two who did the song is coming home or in the
crowd.
In the crowd, yeah. 55 years of hurt, as they say now. 55 years of hurt could all be over on Sunday, and credit given where credit's due to Gareth Southgate, and of course to the players, Sterling, Kane, Bukayo Saka, who may get forgetting in this win, but played a big part in that goal against a stiff, tough opposition in Denmark. Great defense. Kasper Schmeichel had a brilliant game. Let's not forget that. Kasper Schmeichel has got a shot for man of the match. Honestly, the saves he's made, saving the penalty as well. He's been brilliant. I mean, but yeah, end of the day, all that matters is that England are there. England are in the final. Jack Grealish smiling at his face on the pitch, happy to be there. You know what? I think even he knows Gareth Southgate made the right decision. Shore up its game management. Bring on Trippier. Not like France did with Sissoko and bottled it. brought on the experience of Trippier, who of course scored the goal for England to get in the last semi-final they were in. Yeah, well, credit Southgate, man. It's all you can say right now. And one more big performance now. It's not done yet. One more big performance for all these players to become heroes. And I want to see Raheem Sterling on the New Year's honours list, please. Lizzie, if he wins England the Euros.
Javern, we say England's come a long way from. I know from ranting about Milner starting all those years under Roy Hodgson. They've reached the final of the Euros. You must be delighted. I can only assume the delight that's running through your veins. Maybe just speechless at this momentous occasion. Thoughts?
It's fucking coming home, lads. It's coming home.
Oh my god!
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It is coming home. Football is coming home.
I mean, at this point, Javern's on course for a massive victory in predictions.
Sweet. Man said winners and dark horses.
Mad.
I mean, I think we can tick off dark horses as a win for both me and Javern. They both England got to the final. It doesn't get much more dark than that. If you get the winners as well, God, well done, isn't it? Well done. I mean, the Greenish shout's a bit wayward, but what can you do? That's why he wants Greenish to start, so he can win it and get the whole thing.
Things would have been nicer if Grealish started from the get-go, because he definitely would have been all of those things, everything. He would have been what was missing. But it is what it is, in the final. And now it doesn't matter if they lose, because they managed to get to the final. And that's something I ain't ever seen. So, well done, England. And they're good enough to win it. They're bloody well good enough to win it.
Why?
Big questions will be big questions will have to be asked if they do not even get a sniff. Because if they get absolutely rolled, I'm telling you, the banners are out. I'm at Wembley.
You know what I'll say as we go into the final. We'll talk about that now. For me, getting to the final, this tournament been a success for England. Now, you might lose the final 7-0 and you say, what an bloody embarrassment. You know, and you say, that's embarrassing.
Embarrassment. You can't
come against the first good team and I get it. But
can't make it to the finals, conceding one goal. Sorry, no goals all season, because that free kick is juju and fake, so I don't see it.
It's not a real goal in your book.
Didn't happen. Unbelievable.
But for me,
that's all they had.
Even if England lose the final, which I do think Italy are favourites, but they're at Wembley, you never know. If England lose the final, it's a successful tournament, and England are on course. And I say they're on course because when St. George Park was opened 8 years ago, I think it was 8 years ago, 2012, maybe 9 years ago now. No, 2013, I think it was open. It was built in 2012. They said the aim was obviously to link all the different parts of the England team, from the youngers right to the olders and probably the women's as well, with the aim of winning the 2022 World Cup. Now, you get to the final, Euro 20, even if you don't win it, you're in a good position to go and challenge for the World Cup. Of course, you have to add in a few other teams. You add in Brazil, you add in Argentina. There might be other European teams who are further along in their journey. But regardless of what happens, the FA, through the appointment of Southgate, and of course the players, they're on course to set out what they achieved. So, yeah, I think it's been a successful tournament. Whatever happens. Man the match. I'm going for Sterling personally.
Yeah, Sterling. I'll go give it to him. He was causing problems all over the place. Was which is another reason why I think it should have been one earlier. But yeah, man, it has to be Sterling, man. He's causing trouble. That's what I want to see. I just want to see more of it. But yeah, Sterling.
What are you saying, Ron?
Me?
Can only be Sterling.
Kane played well.
Yeah, but Sterling, Kane's not a bad shout because but it's how Sterling edges it.
Yeah, Sterling played well. Kane played well. I thought Saka had a good start to the game. Again, as I said, I thought Kasper Schmeichel had a great game, but you can see 2 goals. The goalkeeper probably not gonna get it. But I'd probably give it to Sterling. Just I said Sterling was good. Sterling was good. May not necessarily been an individual outstanding to rampant take it home, but Sterling was good. And again, defensively, defensively, England were quite good. Obviously,
I was just about to say that. I think their defense was brilliant. You have to give it to all of them. Yeah, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, he won every header in the opposition box, in his own box. Stones was good. And Kyle Walker, very important. Very early in the game, there was one ball over the top and he had to make that recovery run. I think it was against Dolberg, who was coming in. So very good game. Pickford was shaky.
I'll tell you what.
Pickford was shaky from the start. Go on.
I'll tell you what. There's one thing I'll give Gareth Southgate praise for is the fact that he's managed to get Maguire and Stones, and not even just Maguire and Stones, just that England backline. Because you look at England's backline and you look at others, and you think that's not even the best in terms of names on a sheet. And to only concede one goal, asterisk, I have to give it to him. I have to give it to him for that.
No, you're right. And more than that, that going into the tournament.
And the thing is,
pretty much.
Sorry, and also the thing is, to add to that, it's not like it was like they were scrapping around. They've actually been solid throughout. They've actually been solid throughout.
The defenders.
It hasn't been like 100%. Lucky defending or where they're bare lucky and they've been attacking, they've been pummeled. That hasn't been the case. So if anything, I'll give him that he's managed to.
I think it's such a back four, and
defense.
Of course the 2 defensive midfielders in front of him as well, who they've done their job to a man. But I was going to say is that if you spoke to anyone, England fan or no England fan, go into the tournament, majority of people said, "What's England's weakness? Defense."
It was their strongest.
But this is why. How critical can you be of Gareth Southgate for playing? What you're going to class as defensive, because he doesn't trust the defenders maybe individually, so he has to play a more defensive way to cover them, to make sure there's not a lot of space either in behind or in between the lines. And then he trusts the attack that he has, like you spoke about how great the attackers are. He trusts them. Well, you know what? Maybe we can only attack with 4 or 5, but I trust that you should be able to get 1 or maybe 2 goals if necessary. But I can't afford to play 2 attacking because my defense ain't good enough. You have to weigh these things up when you're saying pick best 11 or not. Go on, Ron.
No, what I was going to say, didn't matter who came on. Mings obviously started the tournament.
Yep.
Let's not forget he had 2 great games. Maguire came back in, been solid ever since. Obviously Stones with 2 different partners, has played well. He's managed to switch it from
even Mings looked decent.
Yeah, he's managed to switch it from a 5 at the back to a 4 at the back when they needed to. Listen, don't get me wrong, the part of the reason Saka played today is because of his work rate getting back to help out. Like there's more to it than just choosing a winger. Saka is probably the most defensive winger you get because obviously he had experience playing left wing back. So, don't get me wrong, Southgate knows what he's doing when he does that sort of thing. Had criticism as well, obviously in the last Euros. Roy Keane saying Sterling's penalty is soft.
Yeah, he said
Uh,
we look back at it. I don't think it's a penalty.
Yeah.
I really get it. It's more of a penalty not given on Kane earlier.
Yeah. I mean, listen. As I said, he knows. Like last tournament in the World Cup, probably maybe what he didn't have the bit of change in that system. It was like it's going to be a five at the back. No matter what. That's my team, or 3-4-3 or whatever it was. That's my team, and that's how it's going to stay. Individuals may change, but I'm going to keep it the same and try and hope that it works. This tournament, he switched it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with a five at the back in the final. But
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
also wouldn't be surprised to see him go with a four. Like I think he's I think he's actually confident with both. I think he's actually confident with both. But I think because Italy are even as strong, I think he'll match them up and go with a five. And I think he'll be confident with whoever. Because like I mean, if Kyle Walker goes into that back three, what do you miss in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what do you miss in terms of like, to working together as a unit? They know each other and played in a back four all tournament. So, Walker moving in and bringing in a James or a Trippier at right wing back ain't going to change much. You know what I mean? Maybe a Saka gets dropped, maybe a Mount even gets dropped. But yeah. Yeah, it's hard. See, Gareth, is it Gary Neville saying that he tried to catch it?
The penalty was so weak that he actually tried to catch it. If he just tried to parry it, then it would have been.
Yeah, would have been able to push it. Yeah. Tough. Them little
it
things.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and again, in a penalty shootout, it wouldn't have mattered. But in a game, where you need the rebounds count. That rule didn't come in place, did it? About the rebounds?
No, thank God it didn't. That was terrible. That was terrible. Kane is on for the Golden Boot. Kane's got 4. He needs a goal and assist in the final to beat Ronaldo. If that's how they're doing it, if they're still separated by assist, or he will obviously share it if he gets a goal. But I will share it with 3 players: Schick, Ronaldo, and himself. You think he's going to get a goal in the final?
Wouldn't be surprised. Would not put it surprised. Wouldn't put it past him. Penalties are of course crucial. He could be he could have a penalty in within the game in Italy. Wouldn't be surprised. I think he scores in the final. I think he can score. Listen, Raheem's still in the running. Still in the running.
He didn't score today.
No, 3 goals.
He needs 2 in the final. Sammy says Kane versus average defenders like Chiellini, so that's a brace minimum. Mohammed says it's coming home. Quick predictions for the final before we get out of here. I'll go first. Listen, well done, England. You come this far. Italy, you surprised me. I'm not surprised anymore. I expect Italy to win this game. I think I looked at that first half and it was very even. England had more possession, but it was very even. It was back and forth. Denmark were catching them on the counter attack. Italy don't have any clinical finishers, but they've got, I think, they're more dynamic in attack than Denmark. I think they'll definitely score. I think England will score. I think Kane will score in the final. I'm going penalties, Italy. I was nearly going to go 2-1 Italy, but you know what? I can see the game maybe going like this. Like it drags on, got some penalties. And Italy were just like, well, listen, we shut up shop. And Italy don't have a problem. Italy don't, they will shut down. They will shut down. I'm going to go Italy. 1-1 after extra time, Italy on penalties. Javon, what are you saying?
I'm just going to go for it here. And I'm going to say 1-0 England. No penalties, no none of that. I'm probably wrong, but none of that. I want this wrapped up in 90 minutes. 1-0.
And if he doesn't, are you gonna rant and rave on stream again or what?
Nah, because finals, our finals, I always give a bly for finals. Because anything can happen in the finals. Everyone deserves to be where. If they're in the final, that means you deserve to be here, and you've worked to be here. So there will be no ranting and raving from me, unless it's like I said, some kind of humdinger 5-0, some kind of madness like that. Then all the superlatives are coming out. But if it's a 1-0 loss, then it's what it is, isn't it? 2-1, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a final. But anything over any kind of 2-goal, 3-goal margins, problems.
Ramon.
I'm gonna go 1-1 as well. England to put the penalties to bed finally and win a penalty shootout in the Euros.
Imagine England win a penalties, a final penalties. That would just be like everything just come full circle.
Everything.
Came home on penalties. Like what the hell?
Everything. All the ghosts put to bed.
Everything at once.
Gareth Southgate never has to watch that penalty ever again. Leave it where it is, and redemption day. Because I mean, they got the redemption in the World Cup against Colombia, but it was the Euros that hurt, that stung. The semi-finals of that.
I wonder if there's any donuts left. Sorry.
And
Krispy Kremes, isn't it? They're giving away donuts every time England play. Oh no, I can't go anyway. Go on.
Maguire or Stones to put Southgate's misery to bed finally. Yeah, man, I'm going 1-1. Kane, and who should I go? Insigne, and penalty shootout. I genuinely believe this is it now. Listen, I'll tell you one thing for a fact: this is England's best chance. If England don't win this tournament, boy. I mean, I didn't think I'll see the day. England playing in a final, let alone winning it. Damn.
Ian says I don't have the balls to watch penalties. Ramsey moving wild.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's gonna be some nervous. That's penalties. There's gonna be some nervous fans out there, boy. Nervous fans. But listen, you lot got through it tonight, innit? Harry Kane done gave you a heart attack, heart scares. Everyone held their breath. You better make sure he puts that in. Be interested to see if he does go penalties, which way he goes, or if he's got the nerve to do it.
He's going top bins.
Or down the middle. Yeah, man.
All right. Guys, listen, thank you for joining me. Well done. Walfgate wins all over. He doesn't do L's.
Harry Kane has won star of the match.
Huh? Oh, let's get the stream down.
I can't catch a break. Is it on Twitter?
Yeah, I think Spurs will tweet it out. Quarterfinals and semis star of the match.
Let me find the UEFA picture. They got him. I'm holding it. Let's see. Euro show. There we go. I'll be tweeting that. Involved in the first goal. Scored. I mean, that was a good pass for the first goal, to be fair. Into Saka. You know what? Sorry, before I end, Sterling hasn't won a player of the match all tournament, you know?
He won the first one, didn't he?
No, Calvin Phillips.
Did he?
I think he did. He won it on everything, on everyone's thing anyway. Let's see. I think he won it on everyone's, like every other social possible place. Maybe didn't win UEFA's. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think Sterling's won one. Let me just double check before UEFA. Calvin. Let's see. I know they tweeted Yorkshire Pearl, some of that England displaying one word. I could be wrong.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I guess
Croatia, yeah, Croatia. Sterling was man of the
they
match.
gave it.
1-0. 1-0.
I guess they just give it to the goal scorer. Fair play, Sterling. At least you got one. Something to take home with you, if nothing else. But yeah, listen, thanks for joining us. England through to the final. Going to be a very, very busy weekend. You got the women's Wimbledon final. You got the men's Wimbledon final. You've got the Copa America final. You got the start of the Gold Cup, and of course, you have got the Euro final. Italy versus England at Wembley. We will see you then.